Belvin Belvin wants to maybe do a little performance for the kids, and to making his voice all high pitched and such. He might even kind of disguise himself a little bit, sleeking the beard to his face so he can restore his childish, more cherub-like look he had in his younger days.
You're welcome to roll if you want, but I feel like that's probably not something you need to roll. I mean, you have a 16 passive performance. You can easily entertain some children.
All right, that's what I do. Give a wink at Claude. That'll warm up the cockles of their heart.
Irina says, so what are we going to do about old Ezek here? He's going to wake back up.
We did talk to him last time, right?
Yeah.
A little bit, but then he kind of raged.
He seems not all there. And certainly not the suppository of information that I... suppository? Incorrect word. Repository of information that I
don't think you were looking in the right place.
Yes. Well, look, I retract that utterly. But my point being that I don't know what my point was.
Well, we certainly got some kind of information out of him. Whether it was given through words or just through his demeanor. To be honest with you, and I hate to say this, but it might be a kindness or a mercy to maybe take him to the farm, as it were.
I was just thinking about that dog that I used to have. Oh, I loved him. When it's time.
I want you to know that as you say that, Claude is giving you an absolute death glare.
What, do you think it is time?
It looked like that boy in the basement, Claude. He was no good to himself. Now look at this guy. He's a freak. He's got that big arm.
What are we thinking, fellas?
With his obsession with Irina, he would unlikely give us any more information.
Alright. If we're gonna do this, I think we should do this away from the family.
If you want to stay dry, I can handle this.
I just don't want the little ones to be... Wait, hold on. Hey, kids, do you like seeing people get murdered?
Hey now, Claude, that's a little counterproductive there.
I'm just checking.
You see Davian just turns and says, oh, now they're just children. Don't shout such things at them. If you wish to dispose of this man, do it up the road.
Okay, so that was my initial thought, but then I remembered the girl we rescued earlier. She was all into this kind of shit.
Sounds like a freak.
There's a lot of those around here. Present company included.
He looks, he says, what do you mean?
Have you seen them? They're weird looking. They've got skin all over their body. It's not even covered in hair.
You all know that you're a mechanical man, a cat. The mustache isn't fooling anyone. I must be serious. He looks at Tal. We don't see many dwarves around here either. I'll say you all stick out like a sore thumb.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Perhaps it is more apt to call people in this place strange and freaks.
So can we go get rid of the body?
Yeah, you guys can do that off screen here. Just carry Ezek off to the woods if that's the choice you guys choose to make.
Yep.
Did you say there was a bin over there?
Also, can I cut off his, demonic hand?
Sure.
Achilles will come back with a demon hand.
Yeah, Claude, if you want the demon hand, you can definitely take the demon hand.
Absolutely. I just need to make sure I can cut through it.
I cannot say that I condone such actions.
Claude, you've been collecting hands, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you know what? I'm gonna make an item for each of them. All right, so we have Doru's hand, yes?
Yes.
Who was all hand? We have Doru's hand, we have the messenger's hand. I'm gonna add all these to your loot.
Are you making a
Is it a bit
handout?
Listen, in case we come across some kind of murder cult and they ask us to prove that we're assassins or some shit, I'm gonna be prepared.
That is a absurdly specific preparation. Has this happened to you before?
You would be surprised.
I mean, of course I can't fault the logic, but
I don't think
the
I
chances of
was
it happening randomly
surprised.
twice are a little remote.
Now, Claude, you might be getting an equally feral glare back from Belvin as you, get to the end of your collection.
Listen, I didn't start this. I look over at Achilles. I'm just
Do not blame me for your obsession.
Can I don't believe I'm asking this, but can I get in your tent, Claude?
Yes,
You are
may.
braver than me to trust him after what we have seen him do.
We already killed them. It's not like they're gonna miss their hand.
Yep. Well,
Besides, if somebody brings them back from the dead, I'd rather them be missing a hand.
So do we just have the one tent, or do we have two?
Tao has
Right.
a tent.
Okay.
There are two tents as far as I'm immediately aware.
All right then.
Yeah, I need that tent, otherwise
so what are we all doing for pajamas tonight? Is it Irina's again?
You
What?
slept in my pajamas.
pajamas.
Well, it's complicated, all right.
I know I got drunk at the Blue Water Inn, but I don't remember you in my pajamas.
No.
Belvin's
None of
gonna
us
go in the
bedded any of us
tent.
yet.
Belvin's gonna go in the tent and I hate it when that happens. Tent disappears. Son of a
Achilles is
bitch.
just gonna look at Irina and shrug.
She does have a tent, so she'll set a tent up as well.
Alright, everybody, buddy system. Partner up.
Buddy system.
With that, the team buddy systems up into tents.
No, at least for the first hour he's sleeping. Belvin's gonna be Irina, and he's gonna stop by her tent to tell her good night in his best imitation of her voice.
I think this is the
That's
first
so
time
fucking creepy.
that she has seen you in Irina form. As you step in, she's like in her pajamas at this point too. It's just like a light white shirt and just some pajama pants. And as you walk in, she goes, what?
I like that. I'm gonna do that one next time, just to keep you safe, ma'am. Then I'll switch my voice, like back over to mine. Oh, just to keep you safe.
She looks shocked. She says, Belvin?
Why? Yep, you got it.
Please don't ever do that again. Take my face off of you.
It's for your safety, don't you understand?
And you
No.
guys are shitting on me for taking hands?
She took her face, man.
She
All
looks,
right. Now you just try to get some good sleep now.
she looks
No.
quite worried about it, but as you walk out, she's just kind of like, "What is this group?"
I do not know. I do not know.
Yes, when I discover that, I will endeavor to tell you, madam.
Well, good night, everyone, and she zips her tent shut.
Belvin, bedside manner, perhaps not your strong suit, eh?
Good night, Irene.
The party humming to themselves as night comes
Na,
in.
na, 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 na.
With that, the hours begin to wane, the night falls in, the darkness begins to settle in, and it is dark. Who's on watch? Anybody at all?
I
I
need
must-
a good 8 hours.
I will try to watch. I lack dark vision, so it'll be all auditory.
Okay. Everybody else sleeping then. Achilles, as you hold watch in the center, go ahead and give me a disadvantage perception.
That's a promising start.
I love that.
Ooh, not bad.
That's a good roll.
Oh, damn.
Achilles, early on in the night, you see a group of druids leave the winery. They head the backside of it, and you don't get much more of a glimpse than that. They also, I think they lack dark vision, so they probably have a little bit of light. Let me check. They
That's
also
what
lack
lights
dark
do.
vision, so you see a little bit of light shining on the back of the winery as a group of them leave. And this is almost as soon as like you start to hear Belvin snoring and everybody asleep. It's at that point that, like, first thing in the night. I assume Belvin snores. Maybe he doesn't.
Not for an hour when I got those sweet, sweet Irina windpipes. And then maybe right when I switch over, it's just.
Yeah, so you hear like
Those perfectly serene sleeping to
the light, like sweet, just sleeping noises until the hour passes and you. The transformation changes midnight.
That noises just.
Oh. Just like with the guards storming, Achilles will make note of it and keep watching.
Okay. Hours begin to pass and everything seems fine, Achilles. Until, in the middle of the night, unfortunately before a long rest is finished, everyone can roll disadvantage perception. The people sleeping. Achilles, you hear this.
Yeah.
Heavy stomping, the ground shaking. Anybody above a 10 wakes up. Archimedes, exhausted, staying asleep. Claude, taking a cat nap. He's not up for his zoomies yet. The ground shaking and rumbling as something gets closer, bursting through the woods. Let me find.
Children are in the woods.
Let me find this here. Should have had him ready to go. Don't know why I didn't. Brain not always smart. Oh. Here he is. you see bursting through the woods a gigantic tree. Mouth gaping open and hands thrashing about as ravens take to the air and start to swarm around it, trying to distract it. No sign of the Mardukov family. Achilles.
What?
And at that point, this tree blight comes stomping through the woods, right up to the winery. And it's dark out, so you actually can't see it. You can only hear. But you hear as a wall smashes down. And with that, we will roll initiative. But first, my food is here, so we're going to do a break. But let's
Alright.
get everybody on that initiative, and I'm going to run downstairs, grab my food real quick, scoff some of it down. We'll do a 10, 15 minutes max. I know it's early, but fortunately that's when dinner showed
Is
up.
initiative, like, just flat? Even if we're
It's all
asleep?
good with me.
It's just a straight initiative here.
And I think as if you're asleep until someone wakes you up.
Yes. So yeah, I might get to my turn.
People
and
that are
continue
asleep
sleeping.
are asleep until they're woken up, for sure. But you are just normal initiative. Alright, let's get Irina and the Tree Blight into initiative. Irina rolled a natural 1. Tree Blight rolled a 3. So that's good. They are last on the initiative, but you hear this Tree Blight stomp up and knock down a wall of the winery and stomp through the vineyard as you all kind of come to. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into combat.
Whatever.
Yep, see y'all in a bit.
Hope you enjoy your catnap, Claude.
Yeah. Being first in initiative.
It's
for-
nice when you're
for the
not
first
asleep.
time.
Take their hands, Claude. Take their hands. I want to see a big pair of tree hands on your bag tomorrow morning.
God.
This fight may be rough on those of us who have to take off our armor to sleep.
Yeah, that is something to remember.
Yeah, armor class is okay, but I still swing. I can still swing that shit.
So,
My primary stat is swinging and hitting stuff, and then second to that, it's armor class.
well, good news is Achilles' first class is getting punched in the face, and second is hitting stuff.
I sleep a lot.
Oh. I'll hide behind you and stab between your legs. Not between your legs, but through your legs. Between your knees.
Considering
Okay,
the size
never
of
mind.
the
I'll
sword,
fight over here.
I do not prefer that tactic. Your sword is at least twice the size of mine.
What do you imply?
That trying to swing that thing between my legs, you'll sooner dismember me than actually assist.
I wield this with the finesse of a fine artist, I assure you, sir. But if you wish me to not swing it via your, nethers, then I do understand, of course.
I do not have nethers to lose.
Well, you have a nether region. I didn't mean to say you had genitals. I don't think you do.
You could always lose a hand.
What is it with you? Oh, I haven't got I haven't got Giles out of my system on Thursday, so I got to make sure Archimedes doesn't just do Giles all session.
Well, I don't blame you. Archimedes is very similar.
No, I'm trying to distinguish
Yeah.
them. So if that's happening, then I'm not working hard enough.
They have. Archimedes seems to be like not nearly as egotistical as Giles.
He's not that, yeah, and he's also just like calmer, less like more pragmatic, more of a there's a lot I guess I
More of a
have
people
written in,
person.
but on simple voice alone, I could see how it would be like, you know.
I still love that this is the form that Giles wanted to be.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that, yeah. It's sort of like. Any of you watch Red Dwarf?
No.
That's a shame because there's a brilliant example of this. There's a character in the regular lineup called Rimmer who's a hologram, and he's like one of the best examples of just like a job's worth fucking bureaucratic, just like a sleazy dude who very lawful evil kind of dickhead.
Yeah.
And he has this alternate version of him. He's called Arnold Rimmer, and then from this alternate dimension is this guy called Ace Rimmer, who is like him, but without so much of the smarminess. He had like a much better life. And I kind of think of Archie as like the Ace Rimmer to Giles's regular Rimmer. I should start saying, what is this fucking phrase? Stroke me a kipper, I'll be back for breakfast. And every time he leaves the scene, the people who've just been talking to him always go, "What a guy!"
Ironically, if we all survive this, there will be time for breakfast.
I mean, I don't know if I'll try fish in Barovia. It seems like exactly the kind of place to have mercury in the water. That or small Vistani children.
The water in the lake seemed all right. Nothing beyond.
Hard to see mercury until it's deposited itself into your brain matter and caused you to become moronic.
Maybe that's what's wrong with some of these people.
You think heavy metal poisoning is what's wrong with Barovia?
Could be. I mean, it's
Do
not
you
as if
feel
it's
like
water?
They're all very
feel like they
anemic.
could
I
be
mean,
cured?
Well, not anymore.
It is, joking aside, worth considering whether the land is in some way corrupted. Perhaps it is not only the devil's influence that is at play here.
That is entirely possible.
Oh, sorry, I mean...
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're awake, aren't you? Oh, no.
No, I
Yeah,
did not wake up. I got
That's all.
7.
Blood's sleeping.
Initiative.
Archimedes is sleeping.
Makes sense, actually, because I'm fucking pooped. But
Not for
I still got...
Alright, guys, I'm back enough to run some combat. I might have a full mouth here or there, but let's get it.
I'm good to wait.
Yeah, it should be good. I ate enough of it. I just might still pick at it. Let me check hours. 19.
We don't want y'all hangry.
No, you don't want the DM angry.
We'll say... we will say it's only 1 in the morning. Just after midnight. With that... crashing and smashing and trudging through the vines of the vineyard, we go into combat. You see ahead of you a couple things. You see ahead of you very little, as it is pitch black out for the most part, short of any light that you guys provide, which puts most of you at a bit of a disadvantage here. So as we start, you only hear the noises. The winery walls being assaulted by something large, something heavy. It sounds like a tree branch smashing up against the side of stone.
That's a shame. I'm asleep.
Claude, you are a good distance away and still sleeping. Go ahead and on your turn, give me another disadvantage perception.
Nice.
You do not wake up. Claude passed out, prone, and asleep for the start of combat.
I think the vibration is just putting me deeper into sleep.
It's like riding in a car, kind of like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Hear people
All right,
screaming
so
downstairs. Belvin.
on this map, where are the walls? I see the rows for the vines.
The
Where's this
winery
noise
is
coming from?
down this road. You guys are a good distance from it still. The vineyard in between you. Mechanically,
It's just in blackness, right?
it's in darkness, but mechanically, it's straight down that road, a good 200 feet, roughly.
All right, so Belvin is gonna hop up and kind of yell out inside the tent there to. And it's a huge, terrible crashing, right? Or you know
Walls
what?
being smashed, yeah.
Before I wake Archimedes, I will kind of look out. Belvin will look out the door over at Achilles. Uh, is this all hands on deck?
I cannot see it, but it is loud. Likely.
Turn
All
over
hands.
and recalling the children's play that he had acted out just the night before, he slips right into his falsetto, and he's gonna call out, "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" Inside the tent there to get Archimedes up, and
No, just prop it up. I'm sleeping.
and let's see, studded leather armor, light armor. I could lay down and sleep in this creepy land. I definitely would. After I yelled that, I don't know. I guess I would grab whatever I had handy. Probably. Now, I would take a moment to get myself prepared. I'd use my not only my action but my free action to pick up my my horn, and also I'd say my crossbow, and then take whatever movement I had left to get outside the tent and probably more toward the road.
Okay. Getting up, grabbing your equipment, awaking Achilles. Belvin, you run to the road. No immediate sign of anything. Give me a free perception, though. $14. You do notice, you don't see anything, but you notice some of the shrubs between you and the winery kind of shake and move. And you look, no sign of anything there, but it did just move, kind of throwing you a bit of concern. You recall Davian mentioning, the vineyards are full of blights. Archimedes, we go to you as you're awakened by Belvin, prone on the ground.
What's the rules on sleeping in armor and stuff? Do you have to take off your armor before you?
Yes, so if
Just
you're in
chain
heavy
down.
armor, it's a con save, right? So it's the Xanathar's Guide for sleeping. I can double check. You have not gotten a long rest right now, so it doesn't matter immediately, other than if you're in armor or not.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if I'm wearing it right now, because it's a pretty massive difference
Yeah,
to my
so here
AC.
is sleeping in armor. Sleeping in light armor has no adverse effects on the wearer, but sleeping in medium or heavy armor makes it difficult to recover fully during a long rest. When you finish a long rest, and you slept in medium or heavy armor, you regain only a quarter of your spent hit dice rather than half. And if you have any levels exhaustion, the rest doesn't reduce exhaustion.
Okay. Yeah, so I would definitely not have my chainmail on. How hard is it to get chainmail on? Is it like in an initiative context? Is it
Impossible.
impossible? It's like a minute or something. Yeah. Okay. Well,
I can
I'll
pull
at least
that up
pick
right
up
now. Is
Gertrude.
chainmail medium?
No,
It
it's
is.
heavy.
Chain shirt. Oh, chainmail heavy. Okay. Heavy armor takes 10 minutes to put on.
Bloody hell. Well, yeah, no, I would definitely not have it on. I would have my
Shields
rocking
take
my
an
lovely
action.
meaty 9 AC.
Okay.
I will. Yeah, I'm also 2 levels of exhausted still, so I will
Yeah.
just dash to get up for half my movement, and then 15 feet to join Belvin out there, dragging Gertrude, my sword, behind me.
Yeah. All your movement to stand, the dash to get out with the great sword out. You step to the road, and Belvin's kind of looking out towards the vines. You hear smashing in the distance. Achilles, you're up. You see Irina kind of poke her head out. What was that?
There was something in the winery. I will. It would be considered an action to pull out a torch, wouldn't it?
To light a torch. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I will pull out and light a torch.
Okay.
Why the fuck do I have 40 torches? Oh, right.
You grabbed the crate of torches in the
Crate
death
of
house.
torches.
No, it's just because you're flammable, so it's just counting like every appendage
We will
and
move
limb.
that down to 39, and indeed, yes, 40 torches down to 30.
Thank you for the confirmation.
The aid has expired, so we can take that off. It's been more than 8 hours.
Yeah. Okay. I'll use my action to light the torch, and straight down the road.
Which I also need to take off that temp max, unfortunately. Bring you back down to just the 25 on Archimedes. I'll go through each of them and fix it. Okay. You run down the road.
Yep.
And we'll go to Tal. Tal, you wake up to the same noise, yes? I think everybody but Claude woke up there. So yeah, you wake up, stomping and slamming noise as you see a torch light up the entry of the tent, as you see Achilles running to Archimedes and Belvin's side.
I use my action to don my shield. I use my object interaction to grab a dagger, and I'm not moving because it looks like Claude is still asleep. So this will be my turn, and next turn, if he's still asleep, I'm going to wake him.
You can wake him without an action. Part of your movement, like shake him and talk to him. That's all fine with me.
All right, then
It's
I'm
not
going
like
to
a
wake
sleep
him.
spell that requires an action,
Okay. Then I will wake him. Half my movement was getting up, and then I'll move a little bit out of the tent.
What the hell?
Irina steps out, quickly kind of covers herself with her red scarf and looks out in the distance. What's going on? Are we fighting in the dark?
Oh, just stay back. We'll do the heavy lifting.
You hear as a wall breaks, and you can see that, well, you can't see, but you can hear that he's broken into the stables, and 2 horses are running out from there and just dart down the road in freedom as they have been freed from their stable. Walls smashing, banging noises in the distance. He is destroying the winery. At the bottom, or at the top of round 2, you see a raven fly over and land and transform. Old Man Davian. We weren't able to hold the beast off. Oh, he should have woken you all, but it's come down from Yesterhill.
What is it? What does it want?
It looks like a giant wooden tree, decorated by the druids, like a man, a cloaked man. It's destroying the winery. Please, help us. That's all we have. That, you see, he goes back into Raven form. Takes more than an action. He's not in the combat. Goes back into Raven form and flies back to. You see 4 ravens kind of flocking around him as 4 members of the Mardukov family take into Raven form and head to distract the beast as best they can. You know their Raven form doesn't look very strong. With that, we're on the top of round 2.
Ravens.
All right.
Would I be able to slip a chain shirt on?
That's 10 minutes.
5
Oh, wait,
minutes.
no.
5
5
minutes for medium.
Medium?
So in 50 rounds. No, 50 turns. No, rounds? I don't fucking know math.
What are you trying to do?
Alright. What about leather
Okay, how
armor?
many rounds?
For leather armor, light armor is a little bit easier. Light armor is 1 minute, which means 10 rounds.
Oh, fuck that. Alright, I'll just get up then. Half my movement to stand up, the other half to run out, and then I'll just action dash, I guess. And make him. Oh shit, I can see it.
Yeah, go for it.
Belvin is going to kind of blowing on his horn as he's running by. 2 arms, 2 arms. And then, he's going to dash this time, and he kind of says to Achilles as he's going by, short leg problems, and gives a smile. But Belvin, say tactically, he'll kind of cross over the road as he dashes by.
I just imagine that Belvin running is like a really fast waddle.
He is quite rotund.
Like a desperate penguin.
I have to roll a couple of things. And they are hidden, I believe. I don't know if you guys will see those dice or not.
See no dice.
You hear them?
No.
Okay, good. Sometimes people could hear dice. I don't know why. All right. Then, don't worry about it, right?
Of course. Why worry
Sorry,
when...
I'm just trying to take care of a couple things here. Oops. And last one. This guy. All right, with that, some not marked turns. We go to Archimedes. Archimedes, exhausted still, 2 levels of exhaustion indeed.
Yeah.
Really not your night to fight right now.
No.
No armor on. The party starts rushing towards the vines. What do you do?
I'll move in front of Irina and just say, look, lads, I think I'll have to take the rear guard on this one. And I say to Irina, get behind me now. And I'll get my hand crossbow out. I can't move anymore. I could dash to meet them, like here. And I'm basically saying to Irina, stay close to me, basically.
Okay.
And I'll move to here with my dash. And I have my hand crossbow out. It's my turn.
bonus. Yep. I'm on an invisible turn. Don't worry. Things
Oh,
are
sorry.
happening.
This.
Belvin.
Yes.
Something bursts out of the vines as you see needles shooting from the distance. I think you can see it. So straight roll.
From way over here.
From right there, a 14 to hit. You 30 actually? No, disadvantage. That will be okay. Disadvantage took the crit away. That'll be a 14 to hit.
14 to hit, and where is Belvin's AC? Looks like he's got a 15.
Yeah, and you could have slept in your studded leather, so you're good to stay there. You see the needles come shooting out of the vineyard towards you, and you see this small blight creature, which I will share that image.
Hey.
Made of wood, small, thorny, spiky shoulders and a head. It almost has the shape of a human face, but you don't actually see like eyes or, functioning sight or talk or anything. It just looks like a wooden structure.
It's like grown into the shape of a human face, but it's
Exactly.
purely aesthetic. Yeah.
And so those needles shoot past you and miss as another one pops out, jumping out of the winery or the vines, and makes another disadvantage needle attack. I'm sorry, not disadvantage. I think he is 30 feet. First one would be a 10 plus 3, still misses. But vines
Belvin's cloak makes a flourish, and the needles like Batman.
Very nice. Yeah, they actually do both hit the cloak, don't they? That's actually kind of awesome. Another one rushing forward, but still not seen. This one will be seen, popping out from under the tree. We will shoot at the torchlight that attracted them with a needle. Much better to hit. 19 to hit, Achilles.
That hits.
I take it, and I suppose I should look this up, or I should know. You have armor, don't you? No?
No.
Oh, you have no armor.
Achilles
Just 18.
is not wearing anything.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So never mind.
Barbarian.
By a technicality, his skin is his armor.
So a 19 to hit, that is going to hit.
Yep.
Needles stick into your side from underneath the tree nearby as you're kind of looking to Belvin, who, from your view, needles are just flying at him. You see no enemy. One of them steps into view and needles stick into your side. 7 damage. You hear in the vines the chittering of movement. It sounds like a bunch of them getting closer and closer.
I don't like this.
I'll reveal them as I go through their turns here. The turn order.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
Dear me.
So many of them rolled between...
There's disadvantage either way, so it's gonna come out at Archimedes as another needle blight pushes out of the vines and a disadvantage needle attack. I had 2 targets, my bad. That would be on Archimedes, which I think a 10 does hit.
It does hit at the moment, yeah. I got 1 first level left. I will use it to shield. Thank you very much.
Okay. A magical shield sprouts up, blocking attacks, which, hey, it'll last for a while there. Reaction used.
Yeah.
Mark that spell off.
But it barely makes it up in time. Archimedes is just like sluggish and slow and everything. He like he's got his hand crossbow and he brings his sword around, which is spell casting focus, and he just taps it on what would normally be his chainmail chest.
One of them
but it's not chainmailed,
rushes.
so it hurts a bit, and then it's like, oh, okay, just got it in time.
One of them rushes out of the vines, but a natural one, Achilles, as you quickly swat at it and spook it away with the torch. Now, mechanically, Achilles, you currently have a hand occupying a shield and a hand occupying a torch.
Yes.
The arm blade, unless you drop the torch, won't function.
I was very well aware of that
You got it.
when I lit this torch. Thank you.
Disadvantage needle is going to follow up on you here. An easy miss. There are so many of these things, and I honestly hate when I have to do this much work. But it is what it is. He dashes. Mark him off. Another one. Not able to get 30 feet up. It will run up to just the edge of the vines and shoot a needle. This will also be at Achilles. Great roll. Just misses.
Yep.
Another one. 60-foot dash. This one bursts out and jumps into here where you see another needle blight. That's a dash though. This one will do the same. A bunch of them will dash up.
Oh, no.
Holy shit.
Things start to look a bit grim. Another one dashes up right in front of Belvin.
Bastard.
This one can get 30 feet and into the range to hit Achilles. Claw attack on Achilles. That'll hit.
Yep.
Taking 4 damage as a blight surrounds around you. 2 of them on you, 3 of them on you now. Another needle blight. He's only going to get to the edge of the road here. Right about there. I know you guys can't see most of this, either based off vision distance or whatever, but quite a few of them you hear charging towards you. Achilles,
boy.
we go to you.
Right. So this looks grim. We're surrounded.
That initiative tracker is gory.
By my count, I got about 12 of them inside.
I will reveal the whole initiative tracker.
The rest of it. We're not missing all that much.
I cannot
But-
flee. I'm exhausted. I'm so dead.
All right, Achilles,
I will
you're up. What do you do?
drop my torch. Bonus action. I will rage.
Torch is now on the ground, still burning, but it can't move now, so I'm going to change the light to right where you're at. Unless you take an item interaction to move it around. Sheathing a weapon is also an item interaction, so a little bit restricted there. The torch dropped to the ground. What if he kicks it?
Yeah, it just starts kicking it.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you kick it around. All right, there we go. Torch is on the ground, and you go into a rage. Let me apply rage.
Yep. And
Bonus action.
the funny thing about my arm blade is that I need a bonus action to unsheath it.
Unsheath it. Ooh.
So I will start this. I will pick this one that clawed at me, and I'm going to make an unarmed strike.
Do you want a recommendation? I mean, you're welcome to punch, but something you guys always have, and I don't always see you do it. So make sure that you know it's part of your arsenal. You can dodge. It's an action you can take. Your call what you want to do. If you want to punch one, punch one.
If I may add, if you change the order of your actions, you could attack with your torch, which would be a fire attack on these needle blights before dropping it.
Ooh.
That's what I was thinking also.
You could
this
attack with the
entire time.
torch.
I did
But I
not
didn't want to do
consider the
anything.
torch to be an effective melee weapon. Thank
It,
you.
it would
In
be
this
an,
case, it
it
actually
would
is.
be an improvised club.
In this case, like they look
Permission to swing with
plant-like,
it?
so I have
Yeah.
to assume.
Let me add a club to your loot here. And yeah, it would be an improvised club. Now, I believe you are, what's your proficiencies? Everything, right? Marshall? Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
I added a club to your loot if you want to attack with the torch.
All right. I will swing the torch at the first needle blight. I will reckless.
A 20 is going to hit. Now, it's just a torch. I'm going to say that it does an additional 1d4 fire damage.
All right. So I hit damage. 1d4.
All right. 1 extra fire damage in there. 9 damage to the creature, though. You bat him across the head. You do not think he's vulnerable to flame, as it seems that he's very moist.
Now, ironically,
Lovely.
because this is the weapon, I get my Divine Fury.
There you go.
Because it's not with an attack, it's only when I attack with a weapon.
Kill him.
Fuck him up.
That will finish him. Radiant damage bursting out of the club. Strikes him down.
Kill him to death.
You go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
I will end my turn, looking surprised that the torch did not break on the first swing.
No, it works as a club. It won't shatter.
Oh, that's so many fucking needles.
Mm.
Speaking of
30
needles,
feet. Is this a disadvantage hit? It is.
If you are attacking Achilles, it's a straight roll.
Disadvantage on Bell. Oh, did you reckless?
I reckless.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Either way, I'm going to do a disadvantage on Belvin, who I think is this guy's closest target. We'll do a disadvantage needle. 3 on the dice. It's going to miss. 60 feet. This one dashes up the road.
And added to myself.
This is bad, fellows.
30 feet. And we will shoot needles out. These things aren't particularly smart, but I'm going to say it sees Achilles killing things. I'm going to needles Achilles. It wouldn't know, like, your shield's protecting you, but I think it'll shoot at Achilles either way. 5 is going to miss. You hear Irina say, I think you might have caught a cold. Cough.
I'm exhausted.
This guy will only get to here, and it's 60 feet, so yeah, we'll do a disadvantage. This disadvantage needle will come at Achilles. Not Achilles, Archimedes.
The other Greek one.
The other Greek. 8 will miss.
Pings off my shield. Oh no, actually misses either way. That one.
Oh, this is a lot. Sorry. Alright, running forward 60 feet. Gotta go through them as quick as I can. Another 60 feet. He's gonna dash. He's way in the back. See the light, though. They're coming to the light. To the light. We are going to make a straight roll. No, advantage. Yeah, advantage roll on this needle. Hey, 22. Taking half damage from the rage. You take 5 points of damage as a needle pierces into your side. Tal, still in the camp. You see most of the party rush forward, and a swarm of needle blights push out of the vines.
I am going to move forward as much as I can. And I am going to cast Aid on my allies. I'm going to choose to cast it on. All right, so it's going to go onto Achilles, Claude, and Belvin.
Quiet, thank you.
Sorry, Doc.
All right. Aid
And
goes
that'll go
out. All of you get 5 temporary HP, max HP rather. I'll take care of in between here. All right, needle blights. 60 feet. Irina. This doesn't look good. Just gonna back up to here. You sure we shouldn't run? We don't know these folk. She will at least get up to fight with you guys, actually. She's gonna step up and she'll do a rapier attack.
They've got children. It's in the job description.
Oh,
Alright. Steps forward and slices down a blight. 11 damage. Cuts it down.
She continues to be the killer of the group.
cold-blooded.
In the
That one helped.
distance, another smash from the needle blight as a huge rock is flung into the ceiling of the winery. "60 feet. This one dashes up along the woods, ready to pounce. 30 feet. And we'll do a disadvantage or straight needle attack. Nine is gonna miss Belvin. Claude.
Alright, let's see. I'm assuming these things are technically alive.
They are moving. I mean, I don't know what exactly you're asking, but they are.
Very philosophical.
They are
Wow.
moving around, yeah.
Would be able to target them. In which case, let me make sure that one. Yeah. Well, shit.
For Eldritch Blast, yes. They are a creature. Yes. 11 just misses.
Fuck. Well. Let's see. Do I want to do that? Don't. You know what? I think I will use my bonus action to. If I use Shadow Blade now, will this count as the first round of the 1 minute?
I don't know all of the details on Shadow Blade. Let me read it. Make a melee attack against a creature you can see on a... What about the first round? Why does it matter?
Because if I use it now, and I've already used my attack, it would be better to save the bonus action for the next round.
I see. It would be the first round of it being up. Yeah. How long does it last?
1 minute.
1 minute, so 10 rounds. Yeah. If you want to save that for next round, it'll last till 14 instead of 13.
Yeah. I'll do that.
If you guys can survive 14 rounds. Belvin, you're up.
Belvin, looking in front of him, can read the writing on the wall. He is going to try to make a difference with the one that's right next to him before he retreats. So I'll go with a sticky pokey with the rapier.
Stabbing into the needle blight. 14 will hit.
All right, and Midge. Give me something good.
Unfortunately, only 2 damage. Not going to finish him, but will wound him as the rapier stabs straight
throw
through.
some terror into him with that. I want to throw some extra pain. Belvin wants to bring it and use up his last bardic inspiration and add some psychic blades to that.
Hey, let's go. 5 additional damage. That's pretty damn nice. Doesn't finish him though. Leaves him extremely wounded. Grievously
I'll
so.
still take the op attack then, because I gotta do it, and I'm gonna try to like run around this Yahoo in the middle of the road.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, 15 to get to there without
It won't
either.
let me move here. Oop, I'm stuck on the measure. That's what's going on. Let me get off that. I got it. I figured it. So I'm gonna run around that guy, risking the opportunity attack.
One from the one you run away from. Ooh, a
Ooh.
20.
Yeah, how
I don't
much
think
is
it
that?
hits.
That's gonna be 6 points of damage as he rakes his hands across your back as you run. Let me also set up your temp health from that, because you do have 5 max.
Yeah, I was gonna say, talk about temporary health.
Which will put you back to 32 and then apply it. There we go. Brings you back
That's
down to
very
26.
temporary. And Belvin will give some words of encouragement. Don't worry, we can take them. Focus fire and retreat to the tents. If we run around, maybe they won't have direct fire. And he does say far instead of fire. And he'll take the rest of his movement to get in line behind Claude and turn.
And this will also bring you up to 24 health for Achilles, and that's all 3. I think we're good.
Okay,
All
cool.
right.
Thank you for adjusting the HP.
And with that, we are on to this Needle Blight. 30 feet onto Archimedes. Archimedes, finding yourself the front line now. Irena's takes to your side, stabs through a blight, but not before needles come flying out.
How did this happen?
15
Oh,
Here's the head of the
still
flying
hits.
V.
hits past the shield. Yeah, we did make a V, didn't we? 9 points of
Flying
damage.
south for the winter.
Ah! Stabbed into the chest by some needles as you try to pull the shield down in time. There's just too many.
Yeah.
This blight has to go 60 feet. He's got a bit of travel time. This one does not have a lot of travel time. He's going to get to that. Oh, he doesn't have to move up. Let's stay at the 30-foot range, so just 5. We're going to do another needle attack on you. That one will miss. More needles shooting out from the darkness. Archimedes, shield falls off. Come to your turn.
Indeed, doesn't it? I look back at the rest of them. I say, "There's no way I can outrun them." And then I will bring my sword down with a great sword master attack on this fellow here.
Great weapon master, let's go. -5 plus 10.
If I get, let me just check. Is it a 19 or a 20? And you get a bonus action attack as well. Great weapon fighting. No, that's the wrong one. Great weapon master.
No, this
When
lets
you
this
score a
lets you
critical hit.
yeah,
Just a crit.
and it lets you reroll 1s and 2s on damage. Great weapon fighter's really, really nice.
It's really good. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, yeah, I'll bring down Gertrude into this thing's face.
A natural 1.
Inspo. I'm not letting that happen. Inspo. Inspo.
Go for it.
That one again.
I can't
A
believe it.
double
That's the second session.
nat 1. You go
That's
to
the second
swing
session.
the sword, and your arms are sore. You notice now as you look down, one of the needles has stuck into your bicep.
Oh, I want to flex it out.
You spend your free action pulling it up.
No, I'll flex my bicep and it just.
Anything else on your turn?
I mean, I gotta start moving. I gotta start. Yeah, I'll take the up attack and move 15 feet back. I have to, otherwise I'm fucked.
We
so.
will swipe at you here. That is an 11. That hits.
It's only my skin. It does hit.
7 more damage. Another rake across the back as you run. Actually, it doesn't. It doesn't make any noise. Actually, it makes zero noise, which is kind of even creepier. Like these things haven't even, like, made little chittering noises that bugs make when you fight them, or birds, or no noises from this thing. Just wooden humanoid figure charging at you, covered in spikes.
Oh, I still had a bonus action, right?
You do.
I will bonus action drink this healing potion.
Go for it. Roll the dice. Let's see what we can get.
Come on! Okay,
Not the
that's
worst.
okay.
7
It's okay,
healing. Let's apply that. Brings you up a bit. This needle blight will get to here. And you know what? It's been a while because Claude was in the back. Let's shoot at Claude. Great roll.
Hey, no.
I didn't see that message that you sent, Claude, before I ran. I thought that was quite funny then. He looks at the doctor, or where the doctor was a second ago.
Shit, where'd he go?
Second needle attack at Claude.
That one hits.
12 points of damage.
Fuck. I'm just a ranged needle.
Disadvantage. This one's gonna go at Irina.
Oh.
It will miss. This guy is pretty close. Yeah, he'll charge in. Let's replace the dead one. I'm just gonna delete the dead ones. He's gonna charge in. They're just piles of sticks. They don't cause anything. And he's gonna claw at Irina. Critical hit. She says, "There's too many. Are we running?" Ah! And is sliced across the side, taking 10 damage as the side of her abdomen has been cut open. She also does not have her breastplate on. "30 feet. We're going to shoot needles at Claude again. It's my favorite thing to do."
Bring it on.
Is he 30 from
I'm
me?
not. Oh no, I'm very afraid. Never mind.
I'm not a... Ah! As needles come flying out. 8 damage. They stab into your legs. Just...
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Charlie horse.
Archimedes, we're doing advantage needles on you. Oh, I think I clicked disadvantage, did I? No, I got advantage. 18.
Meets it, beats it.
Take half damage. 3, as needles stick into you as well. Need to find a little more epic combat music. A little more suspenseful here. I'll do it off my turn. Just throw that on for now. Alright. Belvin, as you're running, needles follow suit. 5 on the dice is gonna miss. You start to dodge and weave from them. This one's close enough to swipe. We're gonna do an advantage claw on you. Archimedes, Achilles. You guys' names are killing me.
I'm
19 to hit. You're fine. You're fine.
Depending on how this ends, that might change.
Yeah, exactly. I just keep doing that though. I need to. Yeah, I'll fix it.
I've also got one of those problems where I've got 3 A-named people in a game. One's called Arwan and one's called Olwyn, and players and me constantly fuck it up. Very.
Things not
It gets old.
not looking great for Achilles as a second needle comes flying in here. Almost max damage. You take 6.
Yep, I'm feeling a paladin, I think.
Oh no, let's not.
There's always the choice to run. Things do not look good. This is disadvantage because you're just out of the way there. So disadvantage needle at Belvin, which will miss.
The question is, will there be the choice to run?
You know what? At this point, it might round 3, and you guys have still only advanced. We'll see. We'll see. Advantage claw.
So, paladin druid, maybe.
Hush.
22 to hit. You get hit again, Achilles, taking 8 points of damage, halved before. Couple more needles to go through here. This guy's reaction comes back, and he'll chase after Belvin, ending up next to the cat. But yeah, he's chasing Belvin. He's going to go for a claw attack at you, Belvin.
Like the name Ulysses.
16. 6 points of damage in there. As you run, he catches up and swipes across.
Alright.
Guy also gets
Hanging
his
in there.
reaction back. He will charge into battle. I'm going to roll a d2 here. Well, just a d4. Evens is Claude, odds is Irina. Odds.
Shit.
Claw attack at Irina.
You
He
gotta
gets
get
a...
Irina.
Oops, I used up her reaction. He gets a +2 from his ally there. Gonna miss. Needle Blight. 30 feet. 35. Same thing. Because this is whether or not Irina dies, right? Evens is going to be Claude. Disadvantage.
I take it Irina dying doesn't get us a level up.
It does not, no.
That's not one of the conditions, no.
10
I'm down.
damage. Claude goes unconscious.
Jeez.
Needles stick in, and he falls prone. Actually, I'm going to take prone
9
off.
HP.
One must die.
As I go
Does
down.
set the mood for the campaign, yes? Achilles. Recklessly
Too soon.
still.
Oh, he.
Would you like to drop the reckless off?
He
Please
is
stand.
dropping reckless.
Okay.
But he is still going to commit to what he was doing the turn prior.
Okay.
Going to drop the torch at his feet. Bonus action, unsheath the arm blade. Action, he's going to take a swing at this needle blight.
I can find some better music.
Yeah, I think
You want to use your inspiration?
Oh, yeah.
An
Yeah.
8 to attack is going to miss.
Not if I inspo it.
Who are you attacking? This one right here. That's going to hit.
The one right in front of Irina.
Absolutely. 7 points of damage doesn't finish it off.
But this might.
Come on, yes.
As Claude goes down, so too does my internet. Internet guy's here in a few minutes. Okay, he should be back. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, Achilles.
That's perfect.
Divine Fury. Beautiful. That will finish him off as another burst of light from the sword. Irina just looks and says, how'd you do that? Wait, tell me after. Let's go.
Take Claude with you.
Do you run? Do you fight? Irina's ready to run. Achilles has started, or Archimedes has started to back up. As has Belvin. What do you do? There are 2 op attacks if you run. But
That is precisely.
there's a lot more if you don't.
I will be bold, somewhat. I will take the 2 op attacks as I relocate my position.
Okay, we are going to claw at you twice here. You step away. Ugh. 19 on the dice, but a nat 1 on the other. One
Yep.
hit. 7 points of damage reduced to 3. You're still alive. And they both reacted. And if you do step next to, there is one here too, so. can do like that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, because my point is to move up and try to cover a retreat as much as I can. And I'll end my turn.
Just stepping 10 feet away, that's
Yeah.
not going to get you that far, and you are near death, are you sure? You still have 20 feet of movement. Your call, though.
That is a good point. Runs over the Belvin with a split second, looks over at Tal, and he changes his mind.
30 feet to the back.
Yeah.
This needle blight will push forward.
In hell.
Gonna
This is
needle
just
that
like
Irina.
a wall of blights.
Does miss. Irina dodges through a few more. We gotta go. 30 feet. This one runs up. It is not able to actually get into range, so Tal, you get a needle attack. 17. Taking 6 points of damage as needles start to push into you as you find yourself the front line now with Irina. This one will catch up to you. Charging forward, it's going to give you a claw attack with a +2 from its ally, getting 17.
Hits.
Taking another 8 points of damage, bringing you down to badly wounded. A few more needle blights push forward. And gods, do we wish we had Fireball as it shoots needles out at Irina.
Like playing wizards.
Oh, 12 damage. Irina falls unconscious.
Fucking God.
Shit's right.
Falls prone, just as she goes to run. 30 feet. Belvin, we're going to do another needle attack at you. This is a straight roll.
I don't
All-
like needles.
All while you hear a large tree blight destroying the winery. A 14 is going to miss. You don't like them at all, so much that you dodge out of the way. This one's going to dash 60 feet. He's still pretty far. This one is not far. It will face... yeah, it's going to run up to here, and we will claw at Tal. It lingered on that crit, but it faded away from it. A 13 misses. Tal, you're up.
Tal is going to disengage and run.
Action disengage. You got your full movement.
Throwing the towel in.
Alright, with that disengage, no op attacks. Was there any bonus you wanted to do, or is that it?
Don't have one to do.
You got it, you got it. Dash is going to get him up to here. Irina is going to make a death saving throw. It'll be public. You see her bleeding out. The tree blight, all the while, smashes the winery. Another needle blight rushes forward, and he's going to claw. It's a +2 from his ally next to him. 17 to hit. 8 points of damage into Belvin. Bring you badly injured. 25, 30 feet. We'll shoot some needles at Achilles as he runs. so much damage
That
too.
Archimedes, right? Yeah.
Archimedes, I'm sorry. I'll get it one day. Archimedes, you take 11 points of damage. Claude, unconscious and not here. I will publicly roll a death save for him.
Oh.
He still has his inspiration, and I know he's not here. I'm gonna use it.
God.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's still a
so much
failure, but it's not
But-
2 failures.
I don't know if it
Claude.
matters, does it? I mean,
Alright, 1 failure marked down. He's prone on the ground. He's got nothing. He really needed a nat 20. Belvin, you're up. Things look bad. Irina
Yeah,
and Claude
so-
fall.
Oh man, and I'm like so regretting running and getting more of them out, but oh well, we live, we learn. Belvin looks
We
around
die, we
him, his
learn.
plan changing with every change in the battlefield, changing the circumstances, and then looking now and seeing seeing what he's gotten himself into. He would like to. How's he gonna do this? So there. You know what? He's just going to cast a spell. He's gonna cast a thunder wave.
Alright.
Cast
Think we can hit a good chunk of
and-
those with that, yeah?
Yeah, I can get a couple of them.
Yeah, that's a good amount. Alright, con saves from all these 4 here. 2 save, 2 fail. Top to bottom, left to right, so the 2 closest to you are knocked back
Good
10 feet.
damage.
And they all take... Well, these ones take full damage, shattering them as they're... I guess it doesn't matter that they're shoved back. And half damage to these ones, bursting on them, doing quite a bit of damage.
Now, is Claude a small creature?
Claude is actually medium. He's a good-sized cat. Speaking of the devil.
You chunky little
I'm
bastard.
back. What the hell?
Claude,
You're
you-
back, but you're not back.
You have fallen unconscious, and I went ahead and rolled your death save for you. You got a natural 1. So I went ahead and I used your inspiration, and you got a 3. You have 1 failure, and Belvin has just knocked a bunch away. Belvin, we jump to you.
Yeah, so wishing Claude was medium so that I could possibly just grab him at the scruff of his neck. Can I grab him with the free action, or is that grappling him, or how does that work?
Yeah, he's
for you?
unconscious, so I'm fine with you picking an ally up. The only thing is he will encumber you to half movement.
Oh, I got that. Does he have like a collar on?
Claude?
Claude.
Claude, do you? I don't know.
That's a great question.
I mean, you're welcome to tell the answer now.
Claude's just
I'm gonna say
figuring it
no.
out.
That bitch Susan tried to kill me.
He has abandoned his collar.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna grab him by his utility belt or his sword belt or whatever he's
Yeah.
got, and that's only gonna give me 10 feet of movement because I got short leg problems. But yeah, I'm gonna take my movement and come up here beside Archimedes, dragging Claude with me.
All right, I'll move the 2 of you. I'll give you your 15 since you're, 25 halved is a little, 12 and a half. We'll give you 15.
Sure, I'll take it. And I'll repeat. Try to dodge around the tents, and they can't spray them damn needles at us. And now I don't know. This might be asking a lot,
Go
but can
ahead.
I drop prone?
It's not an issue at all. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I fall down on the job, like I'm dragging him, and I do it in a movement to where I just keep leaning for the last bit to get that last 2.5, because I'm short, and just and I fall down prone into turn.
Into rainy mud, the tents up ahead, the torch burning under some of their feet. Where the hell is Irina in initiative? Did she not run? Oh no, she fell unconscious. That's right, that's right. Aha, she's fucked.
Oh,
Alright, this needle blight is going to... Oh god. Yeah, 30 feet. One, two, three, four. 4 targets. We're gonna do a d4. I don't think any of you are... Actually... Yeah, you're all within 30, except for Belvin, who we're gonna take out of that. So... I'm actually gonna roll a d3. 1 either way. So Archimedes, we're gonna shoot a needle at you.
TPK, anyone?
yeah. Yeah.
A wizard it in.
Yeah.
12 damage. 5 enough to knock you unconscious. You fall prone in the mud as well. Eyes shut, exhausted, bloodied, no armor on. Not how Archimedes wanted to go. Another needle blight will dash. He's pretty far.
Jesus Christ.
One will. 25 feet. He's blocked by his allies, so he's going to stop there and shoot a needle at Achilles. Oh, did I disadvantage it? I did not mean to. The first one would be 4 more than that, which still misses.
Yep.
Archimedes, death saving throw.
Okay.
Now you can roll these in private for your allies, so top of the chat box, switch public roll to private roll.
Private GM roll.
And it is automatically recorded, I believe. It is, perfect.
It is.
Alright. Prone on the ground, not much else you need to do.
I whimper softly.
At least you don't have a disadvantage on saves.
It's true.
This needle blight will go 60 feet.
I don't think it's gonna save me though.
Getting pretty close to the party. This one will go 20. We're gonna shoot needles at Belvin. Disadvantage. He's prone. It's taking my crit away. A 15 does still hit. Couple arrows stab in as you fall to the ground. 9 points of damage.
It's getting close.
If you guys get off the map, you're free. You're out of combat if you get off the map. This needle blight, and then mechanically, I'll say you dart into the woods. You're behind cover. You're in darkness. This needle blight, however, is plenty close. Charge up and take an advantage swing because you're prone.
That dirty dog. Yeah, see, he wasted that 17.
4 damage. Still just enough to knock you unconscious.
It is enough. The last
Slicing you
words on
down.
Belvin's lip. That devil's strahd.
As you say that,
Great, now he gets to
fallen
watch.
prone on the ground, and you look up into the sky. It is black, except for one flickering light. Moving. Flying away. Give me a perception check, Belvin, before you fall unconscious. As you say the name at Devilstrad, you see him riding on the back of a nightmare. A fiery warhorse flying through the sky like a comet. He's leaving. He was here. fall unconscious.
Damn.
Needles are gonna fly out at Achilles. I think we're within 30. We are. Straight roll.
Yeah.
6 is gonna miss. 30 feet's close enough to take you down. Now he's gonna run up and claw. 14.
Miss.
Gonna miss. At this point, they swarm around Irina, rushing forward into the battle. Needles once again, Achilles.
Yep.
12 is gonna miss.
Yeah.
This one will dash. It's gonna run after Tal. One gets his reaction back. And he runs after Achilles. Claw attack. Gonna miss.
Damn.
Achilles, luckily, built out of his armor. Not really taking anything on or off.
Yeah. Just surviving by the skin of his teeth.
It's all right for some, innit?
A
Well,
24 cuts through. 6 points of damage reduced to half. Unconscious. Rage falls as you fall.
My God.
for the last moment of consciousness, I turn to Tal and I say, "Run."
Needle blights. Watching through the woods. Tal, disadvantage needles. These
Come
things
on,
also
we need-
don't seem smart enough to be attacking you while you're prone. They seem to be
Hits.
not that intelligent. 8 points of damage.
Oh. Huh.
At this point, as you all fall prone, the needle blights retreat from battle, joining against the were-ravens they're battling against the tree blight, the Mardukov family, the keepers of the feather. And all I need at this point, in order, will be death saves. The tree blights, or the needle blights, do not finish you off, but you might bleed out on the ground here. And these ones do return
Okay.
to the winery. So let's go through the order here. I'm going to take all these needle blights out of initiative by just deleting them.
We're all down. How crazy is that? But this never happens in this game.
This is a very dangerous spot. Had you gone to Yesterhill, it would be a dangerous situation. Waiting for it to come to you also be a dangerous situation.
It's all dangerous.
Just get it on. I'm ready to roll
And
some
we're
dice.
completely spent.
Claude, we begin with you. You already have one failure. And since everybody's down, just roll it publicly. D20.
Leaving you, Claude.
Oh, yeah.
Just
sorry,
roll a D20.
I was making a new character, sorry.
Oh no. A 10. That is a success. One
it's
and
a
one.
technical success.
Technical success. Belvin, also unconscious. Give us a death save. Go ahead and roll publicly. Five is not going to cut it. One failure. Archimedes.
Second death save.
Oh.
That's 2. No, that's one in each pocket. One in each pocket,
Fail,
people.
one success. Achilles. That is a failure, unfortunately. Tal.
Not a night at all.
This did not go according to plan.
Tal, you do have
No.
one success. Irina's death save. She's got one
Come
fail.
on, Irina.
1 and 1 on Irina. Three Blight smashes more of the winery.
Treant makes another death save.
Oh.
Claude. 2 failures, yes?
Yep. Robbed
2
of an
fails,
action.
1 success. Belvin. Another success? No, 1 and 1 now, yes?
1 and 1 for
1 and 1.
1 and 1 for Belvin. Yeah.
Archimedes. With a final breath.
Wait, what did that? No, I got.
Or is that 2?
That's 2,
That's
and I
2.
had 1 success, so I'm
Two
still
and
1
1.
away from.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
on my penultimate breath. Don't get hasty now.
I'm about to hit it. Achilles, we'll jump to you.
Oh shit. The death march.
Natural 20.
That's what we want to see.
Achilles, as the needle blights clear away, your eyes crack back open. The needles are retreating. The blight's still fighting in the distance, but your party's bleeding out on the ground. This is at the start of your turn. You are prone, but you're no longer unconscious. You have 1 health.
Yeah.
You have your whole turn.
I will look at the situation.
Who do you save?
What do you even do?
Do you just leave? Walk away?
The only survivor.
No. Achilles will
Engaging. Fuck this protocol.
Stand to your feet.
try to. I
Crawl.
won't stand
Okay.
out of not gonna tempt the blights to come back.
Okay. Crawl over to Tal.
I have a +1.
Medicine check. Try to stabilize him.
I want to try.
Go for it. Medicine check on Tal. 10 stabilizes.
Clayton.
Let's go 10, baby.
I'm watching.
Ooh. Your hand slips. And
With
you
your
catch his jugular.
action, you start to try to cover Tal's wounds, wrapping them, pinching the pressure points to stop the blood. Tal's still bleeding. Tal. But not bleeding too bad.
Apparently.
2
Yeah,
successes.
Achilles is apparently doing something.
Oops, I skipped Irina. I'll just roll Irina real quick. We're 1 and 1 on Irina. We are at a
Yes.
nat 20. She stands up with 1 health.
My God, guys.
She will crawl
This is such a
over to
roller
over
coaster.
here. Does anybody have potions on their waist that
Not a
she could
health
see?
potion.
I use my only one.
You have a what, Claude?
Potion of heroism.
No, yeah, she wouldn't grab that.
That's my helper.
All right, then she will also try to stabilize one of you. I think in this case, it's a tough call. Evens Claude, odd is Archimedes. Evens Claude. She runs over, sees Claude bleeding out. She's gonna make a medicine check. She needs a 10 to stabilize.
Oh.
He gets a 9. Claude, Claude, you all right? Oh
Should
no.
have taken heroism.
Here, kitty. Here, kitty.
Claude, with that, we jump back to you. 2 failures
Okay.
already.
Oh yeah.
As she tries to bandage your wounds,
Bro.
the blood is spilling out. I'm not a veterinarian.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, you do die.
In Claude's final words, he's gonna look up at Irina and he's gonna say, I may have died the first time alone and forgotten, but thank you for trying. Thank you for being there in my last moment. And then he goes limp.
She breaks into tears, holding you as you die in her arms.
I'm sorry, but the last meow kind of killed the mood.
It was
Yeah,
great.
I just wanted to make it clear to everyone I was laughing at the meow
I
and not
know,
the
right?
stuff
And
that
I gotta
came
roll a
from
death save after that.
Belvin, 1 and 1. Death saving throw.
All right. Let the good times roll.
1 and 2. Things are not looking great on that side. Archimedes,
Wish me luck, people.
1 and 2 already.
Quick roll the dice.
Oh,
2 and
my
2.
skin in my fucking teeth.
Barely still alive, she turns to you. Archie, wake up. Come on now. Achilles. Al's still not awake. Doesn't look
Try
good.
again, damn it. You can't die here. The dice gods decided I cannot help you.
You cannot help Tal. Tal on your own. Gives a death save.
I thought I was stabilized.
No,
I
he has
tried blights and
failed. He has failed both
Okay.
times, Tal. You have 2 successes, though. With a critical success as
That's 3 of us.
Achilles
That's
is
fucking
trying
good.
to shake you awake. Your eyes open. This is the start of your turn. You have...
This is
You are
just like the
prone,
abyss.
but you have 1 HP.
My eyes fly open with Achilles standing over me, and like I bolt up as quickly as I can, survey the situation, and am going to move and dash over in the direction of Belvin and Archimedes.
Half movement to stand if you would like.
Yep.
And then you dash over there. Irina, no longer unconscious. I gotta take that off. She is still prone. She's gonna go ahead and give Archimedes a medicine check. And she looks to you, Tal. She says, check on Belvin. With a 15, she begins to wrap Archimedes' wounds, stabilizing him.
Before falling into unconsciousness, Archimedes will say up to Irina, how did you know? And then fall unconscious.
And she'll kind of drag you about halfway. Claude.
I'm
That's
dead.
taken its last turn. Who's Claude?
Claude is
The
dead.
dead cat?
I need to take him out of combat. Belvin.
Yeah.
Claude is being judged by Kalemvor now.
The worst part of this is
Yeah,
that
right.
Claude is now with his patron again.
It's the worst.
It's the fucking worst.
Belvin. Death saving throw 1 and 1, yes? Or are we 1 and 2?
I am 1
1
and 2.
1 and
Yeah.
2. Okay.
And I still have an inspiration in my pocket.
Oh, you actually kept yours. Good.
As Tal
Good lad.
rushes over to heal you, but not in time, potentially. 1 and 3.
Let me let the good times roll with that inspiration, right?
Go for it. Otherwise, you're dead.
Not to sugarcoat
Hey.
it. Oh, there it is. That's how a bard
2
stays alive, right
and
there.
2. Inspiration used. Barely alive on the edge of death. Archimedes. You are unconscious. You can roll a d4 to see how long, but it doesn't matter too much. Achilles. You're not unconscious. Near death, prone on the ground. Yeah, 3 hours.
At this point, I will use half my movement to stand up. And the other half to make it straight to Tal. Could I offer him assistance with the help action?
You can give him advantage on his roll. Yeah, you help him with Belvin, sure. Tal?
I will help.
Achilles comes over with some spare bandages and cloth that he has at least to try to help wrap and seal some of the wounds. What do you do?
All right, I'm going to try to get Belvin up and at him.
All right,
I'm not at them.
unless you have any healing, go ahead and throw him a medicine check. Advantage.
I have no healing.
Unfortunately, it's one below what
shit.
you need. Belvin doesn't quite shake awake. Healing not working as you wrap his wounds. Irina is, she's gonna put Archimedes into the tent. She'll give Belvin a medicine check too. What's wrong? Is he dead too? Leans over. Belvin, wait, I still hear a heartbeat. Belvin, we go back to your turn. 2 failures, 2 successes. Irina listening in to hear the heartbeat, trying to seal the wounds.
All right. Bong hit for Belvin, and D20 for the last death save. Oh, goodbye, Belvin.
Belvin, no.
She looks
Oh.
up, tears in her eyes. It stopped beating.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Didn't
how
Belvin
poetic.
go for that tonic?
Didn't what?
Didn't Belvin have like that healing tonic on his
He has
belt?
ointment in his bag, yeah.
Oh, it's in his bag? Okay.
As far as you guys know, it's beard oil.
True.
It has healed Belvin. But
It's
yeah.
a product. It's a product from our sponsor, Manscaped.
And also, Irina does not know about that. She has not seen it. Archimedes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Oh,
get
you're
up.
unconscious, right? No, you're unconscious.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm unconscious.
No, you're unconscious.
I'll
You get the hell back there.
snore loudly and bloodily.
Yeah. I'm gonna take you out. Get out of here.
Get out of that initiative, motherfucker.
Belvin falling unconscious there. With that, I think we are good. 3 allies still alive. Archimedes unconscious but alive. Belvin and Claude don't wake up.
That's a
That
painful loss.
we'll go ahead and pause the game.
let's take a break.
What I'm gonna say at this point, we have 2 options. One of them is to take an extended break while the 2 make characters. 2 would be to have a short session and come back next week with new characters. And with this point forward, I would appreciate backup characters for everyone so that we don't run into a potential issue again if people do die, and we kind of have backstories and like know how to introduce them. So having a backup character in Curse of Strahd, a very good idea. Unfortunately, you fall today.
Oh, I'm alright waiting around, like for a little bit.
Yeah. So what?
I got one ready.
Yeah. Claude, Belvin,
I-
you guys think you can both be ready in like 10, 15 at most?
Yeah, I've got a 3rd level. We're 3rd, right?
We are 3rd level.
I got a 3rd level stout halfling cleric. He is I played him in a rhyme of the Frost Maiden game. So if he could have wandered into the mist somewhere.
Yeah, we do have a cleric in Tau already, but I'm more than open to multiple clerics.
Well, I will. What kind of cleric are you, Tal?
Trickery domain.
And he is a.
I have a group with 4 clerics in it. I really don't care if you guys multi-class. I just, or not multi-class, but like multi of the same class.
Double dip.
But regardless, I can have something ready to go rather than taking a time. I've got a whole stable of characters. I just matter of getting the right one.
Let's do a 15-minute break. And for the 2 new characters that are coming in, let me just see here.
Somebody help me out here and give me just a quick list of what we have in the party now. That's living.
Eldritch Knight, Barbarian, Warforged, Cleric, Trickery Domain. and whatever Irina counts as.
Irina's
I don't really know.
she's a noble. So she's
That's like
not
a noble stat block.
Yeah, she's a noble stat block. She's not a class. She knows how to use a rapier, and wears plate armor, breastplate.
But
Eldritch
like,
Knight, Barbarian, Cleric. We could use a caster, maybe?
Yeah. You're gonna want to be in caster.
Definitely use some
I
casters.
play a mean caster, too.
Yep, we have
me
lost.
and Archimedes are a pretty good front line. Given that there's only 3 of us left, yeah, probably we need some support backline cast.
Having
Ranged.
having casters, having a potential off heal would also be good because Hal would be your only healer if you guys don't bring anything, but that's also fine. But yeah.
I was going rogue.
Hey, we could always use a sneaky rogue.
So what do you all think since we, let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah, so how about a, how about a Dragonborn Celestial Warlock? Has healing light with the bonus action, has healing spells, also as a blaster.
I would go with either that or like actually, you might go Divine Soul Sorcerer if you're gonna go that route. So that way you have more spell slots to use.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't do sorcerers too well, so.
Fair enough.
But some sort of caster. Yep, I'll get some sort of caster set.
Take your time. We'll
what
do a
else I got?
15-minute break. Put together whatever you can. If you're both ready when we come back, we'll get some characters imported. The party will back off, take a rest. Winery is destroyed. The Raven's not able to defend off the tree blight. The winery gets just smashed. But we will pick up on that when we come back.
Kind of amazing though. So different.
What do you guys think? You guys thinking a spellcaster over another cleric?
I mean, we just got our ass handed to us, and another cleric would have been good, but let's not be too reactive to what
Another
just
spellcaster would have
probably
also AoE'd those things. Play
yeah,
whatever you would
exactly,
like.
like
I think they're both great fits. I really like. They're both good fits.
Yeah.
I've been playing gnome wizards quite a bit.
Oh.
I have a.
That would be fun.
I have a fire genasi.
I like that.
Arcana domain cleric. I have him level 8. He was on fire because he saves his cleric spells for control and heal, and uses his cantrips that he gets from being Genasi and being the Arcana domain to fuel magic. He's quite a blaster at higher levels, but okay. I think maybe I'll go with the wizard, maybe.
It's the gnome like, yeah? Like, what's his subclass and stuff?
The wizard, he's a war magic wizard. With Neblin.
Oh, that's cool.
You know,
For
Cyrus might be fun though.
For character creation, don't forget you get a level 1 feat, and instead of additional 250, you get an additional 450 gold for initial purchasing.
Hell yeah.
It's because we're higher level. Goes up each time you die.
You didn't tell me about that forfeit, did you?
Let's bring in another rogue. I also have a Tempest Domain cleric.
I do like the sound of this.
I'm gonna do the Celestial
gnome.
Warlock because I know how to play him, and I like it. He's a Dragonborn, and you all have these weird builds, so I'm gonna get that one ready. I'll be back.
Yep.
Sounds good. I'll be right back myself.
I think Seth, I've probably played with you the least amount of time, but I've seen more characters of yours than anyone else.
I hope you've enjoyed them.
It's nice to have a turnover, but I do feel a bit bad for you. Like because they seem relatively well fleshed out. So it's like, okay, well that's ended then. That story's done.
Yep, that's exactly what it feels. Oh, you know what? Actually, fuck the idea that I had. I'm gonna use. Can I use Roscoe? I could use.
I did actually have 2 backup characters myself. This isn't my first rodeo. I saw Patrick go down in a very unceremonious way.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna go with that. And I'm gonna switch him from. I was gonna be a shifter. I'm gonna switch him to some kind of a.
Oh, yes.
What's the shifter?
You like
No
shifter?
familiar. Oh, what?
You like the shifter idea?
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll go with that. Equipment. Let's take. Sure. Sure, I don't care. Burglar's pack, thank you very much.
So you're sort of a rogue that can take on the aspect of different beasts, or what? How does that work?
In this particular case,
So what's the animal have for you then? Because I know what a shifter is.
yeah, I picked the long strider.
Long strider, that is...
Extra movement speed.
Yep.
And when I take extra movement speed, I think it was, I don't take op attacks. While shifted, your walking speed increases by 10 feet. Additionally, you can move up to 10 feet as a reaction when a creature ends its turn within 5 feet, and it does not provoke op attacks.
So is this kind of like? So this is like a tiefling of a lycanthrope, almost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And you're which ancestor?
I don't think shifters are an ancestry.
Oh right, you roll a d6. So yeah, I'm just getting to grips with it.
I got a good passive perception. That's nice.
I think shifters are just kind of the
What did you say? Do you mean
like-
swift stride when you say long stride?
Long stride is the like sub race. So it just when I shift, like the legs change.
Well, that's what I'm
form.
saying. There isn't one called long stride. There's one called swift stride, and there's one called long tooth.
Yeah. Did I say long stride, swift stride? What?
You said long stride, so I was just clarifying.
Fuck me. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
In your defense, in 3rd edition, it was long stride.
Oh, for fuck's sake! So swift tooth. Tell me about swift tooth.
Swift tooth, yeah. You take out your dentures and you throw them really fast.
You just hoik them on someone's face, and they make that chattering sound, and then they keep spazzing out on the floor when they're done chomping off their face.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's a pretty bespoke ability, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh. I think I thought
There's
of
some unearthed.
exactly who my pack-up character is.
Are you going to keep it to yourself?
A Kenku monk.
Oh no, yeah, you played a Kenku
Monk.
in Strahd
Again.
before. Oh right, it was a good monk as well.
He's
Yeah.
still here.
Just My backups were a sorceress and a rogue.
How much money did you say I have? 450?
450.
I got 450.
He told you he got 450, woman. Why don't you listen, woman?
450. 450. Cool, got that. This one.
That was so close. It's the closest I've ever come to dying with a character and survived, I think.
Let me see.
Honestly, that was a minimal amount of death. I was expecting half to pretty much all but maybe one of us surviving.
Oh, the fact that 3 of us got a 20 on death
Yeah.
saves was both miraculous and a pivot point.
That was fan-fucking-tastic.
Hey there, gang.
Unfortunately.
Hey, yo.
What was that?
All right.
Hey there.
Yeah, I'm taking
Oh, sorry.
I'm back.
Hello, hello.
Yep.
Hello.
All right, let's get some imports
Sent
in.
you Oberion.
Perfect. Let's get them imported and added
Internet
in.
guys coming up to piss me off.
I was going to turn you off again.
Probably. Yeah, I think he knocked out my internet while he was doing the person below me.
Oh.
I will look him over for errors, and if I see any, I will correct them. I
And
just
you-
had to level them down.
And you do have 450 gold if you want to buy potions or any items or any kits, anything like that.
Alright.
And let me get you a
Equipment.
token for that. How about you, Claude? How's the character coming along?
It is good. I'm just looking for my last. I got 100 gold that I want to spend if I can find something worth.
It's a good call because I don't really have any of my tools that I'm skilled in. So I'm going to buy those, and I'm going to buy a tent.
I
and
take
some holy water and potions.
Hey, there
If
we
I take a
go.
lantern, can I like tie it to my waist so I don't have to use a hand for it?
No, it needs a hand, I think, right?
Okay.
Let me double check.
That's
Lantern
chill.
class.
I'll take 2 potions of healing and then instead.
As an action, you can lower the hood and reduce the hood. Yeah, why not? You could tie it. You could tie it to your waist, or hang it on a stick or something. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Still takes an action to turn it on or off, but you could set it up on your belt.
Cool. Then I will add that to my equipment and that'll be good. Sick lit. Famo. Alright. Nice.
Okay, let me give you ownership of Oberion to David. Owner save. And double check him. Got him on the map here. Should work. You should see him there. I'll drop him into party. I'll move Belvin and Claude into dead. And we just got to switch you on the bottom left. User config release and take Oberion. And then Seth config release.
Roscoe Wayland.
Should
be
just
on there.
Standard healing potions are good to go, right?
Yeah, you can grab
Or no?
healing potions, yeah.
Okay, for 50.
They are 50, yep. 150 for the next greater one, but yeah.
Oh, you can buy a greater as well.
Whatever you want to spend your gold on. This is before your character comes into the mist.
Alright.
You can buy whatever you would like, and I will share again this link for my pricing catalog. But yeah, 50, 150, whatever the potions are, 500. They go up pretty quick. but 50 for the first
Yeah,
one.
and I've got it. So I'm gonna have 2 holy waters, 1 greater healing potion, then my 2. I got everything. My 2 kits, and boom, 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 tent, and got it.
Alright, got mine set up.
Korgel, is that? No, not Korgel. Which one did you set up?
Roscoe Wayland.
Roscoe, there he is.
Oh boy. Ooh. A lizard.
Ooh. I think that's cool. Oh, is that the guy?
Okay, Roscoe looks pretty cool. Alright, alright. Is he here?
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Something's happening.
Yeah, I think the internet guy's in the room next to mine, but I don't speak enough Korean to tell him that.
Oh no. Alright, Roscoe. And yeah, let me just take both of you down to private. David and Seth.
Yo.
You guys will arrive this next morning. Give me a quick rundown of the character if you can. Where do you come from? What were you doing? Any specifics I need to know just for today, just for now, that you think is important? Travelers in the Mist. You guys don't have to come from the Forgotten Realms, but you're more than welcome to. And yeah, you guys arrive here. Let's start with Oberian. Oberian?
Oberion.
Oberion.
Oberion. Yep. Obi is what folks may call him. If Oberion is a tongue twister, but he actually comes from a place that it can be in the Forgotten Realms, but he's kind of like an islander. His home world is called Dragonborn Isles by others that, don't know of the place's name. Kind of has its own lore. He is a gem dragonborn. Um, he is kind of one of the more cultured among his species, but he has gained power. He's a celestial warlock. He's gained power from, his patron is a silver dragon, probably an ancient one that is a spirit and a protector of his people. So he has the investigator background because he is like he's gathering intelligence here on the mainland, and he came, onshore, wound up in the area of Daggerford, and somehow, maybe he was not seeking the mist. He would maybe or wandered into it by happenstance.
Very cool. All right, then. Traveling through a forest or whatever it might have been, you stumbled into a misty patch and arrived here. We're going to say that you entered on the Old Schwalik Road on the west side here. And so, traveling down the road, perhaps you noticed the recent trail of the party, found the dead body of Ezek discarded in the woods somewhere, eventually stumble upon the party here the next morning. Easy enough. Seth, how about you? What's the character?
Alright, so Roscoe Wayland is a smuggler. He dresses it up as a legitimate businessman, but it's very obviously a smuggling ring. Um, he was trying to get goods from Waterdeep to Baldur's Gate probably, and on his way there, his party got ambushed by lycanthropes. Um, and shit went down, and for some reason, some kind of magic intervention stopped him from fully turning into a werewolf. So just the bottom half of his body will transform every now and then. And trying to cure himself, he has wandered into the same forest that we came through
The
at the
Misty
beginning and
Forest.
ended up here.
All
Yeah.
right. Arriving through the Misty Forest, you'll be quite aware of the scenario. Perfect. And a shifter. Very cool. All right. With that, do the two of you want to know each other, having met in Barovia, or no? I.e., do you both get introduced at the same time, or is it one and then one? Your
I
guys'
wouldn't
call.
mind. It would make sense to me if we like happen to bump into each other on the road or something and
Yeah.
just kind of
Before getting here.
Yep.
yeah.
If you're both all right with that, then you, at just a acquaintance level, know each other. I assume, do you guys give each other your name and all that, or is it private in any way?
Yeah, we can get past that part
got
for
it.
sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Then you two know each other. You give each other your names, and you're traveling towards a party. You see fresh tracks that look no more than 24 hours old, maybe even shorter than that. You stumble across a small false trail. Looks like they turned around. And as you make your way a bit closer, you can see a dead corpse on the side, only lightly buried. Demonic hand sticking out, half cut open, charred or sliced off, chopped off. And you guys stumble past all of that until you eventually see a party. We'll jump back up to the top and see what they're doing and get you two introduced in just a minute.
Nice.
Yes. But I'm not going to ask anymore.
All right. Having the situation not gone in your favor, the three of you have two corpses and Irina. You see Davian and the other were-ravens are currently fighting off the blight still. They are not attacking, they're trying to distract it in raven form, and it's not working. The creature is destroying the winery. But all of you see a moment to flee. You do so.
Yes, we should get out of here. Perhaps make for that tower.
You grab
That's
the
the only-
bodies.
Yes, absolutely. Drag. I would start dragging Claude.
Sling the bodies over the mounts and grab
Yeah.
the gear and head out.
Tents quickly thrown down, shoved into the bags, not properly wrapped up, bodies slung onto the donkeys and horses, and the party starts to move. I'm going to leave this up to a d20 to see when you guys actually meet up. So we have every half an hour here. 3 miles. I'm going to give you just 6 rolls here, and we'll do each half a mile. Okay. On the first nat 20. So you guys only get to about that false trail, close to where you buried Ezek, until you see two folks standing in the road, in the dark, rainy mist and the shadows following the trail. That, you see a cloaked, scaly figure. Oberion. I'm going to get that wrong a few times.
Obi.
Give us a description.
Obi. Obi is fine. We can go with Obi. So I am still, kind of trying to remember his description, but I'll tell you, he is cloaked right now,
Yeah.
and He is similarly in the studded leather that you had seen your bard friend in. He has a pack. He has a quarter staff, kind of marching along his way, and he is not a lizard man. His face is more triangular and flared out, and when the wind blows and causes his hood to bellow a bit, you will see. That he has like bright, like where his scales or where your hair would be, little gems that are actually kind of floating a bit off the top of his head when they're blowing in the wind.
Very cool. Next to him, you see more of a humanoid, elvish-looking figure. Roscoe, give us a description.
Roscoe is he's kind of skinny with jet black hair. And he is kind of dressed in what seems to be really nice, like three-piece suit with an ascot and all that kind of stuff. Piercings in his ears, kind of pirate-esque looking. If you have a passive, 13 investigation, you can tell that everything he's wearing is off-brand.
A discount swashbuckler.
Yeah. But he's he carries himself very confidently. You can see him kind of trying to force a smile on his face. Even though it's, pitch black out here and it's terrifying. Yeah, he's that's Roscoe.
Irina kind of pulls on one of the horses to stop them. A group of folks up ahead.
I'll step in front of Irina and to the front.
Yeah, Achilles would kind of fight you from that frontward position by just trying to outstride you, but gives up after the third stride.
Is it actually competitive, or is that meta?
Oh no, he's competitive for at least a couple.
So
seconds.
Archimedes, actually, you're unconscious.
Oh, I'm still unconscious for
you
3
rolled
hours.
3 hours.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're totally
You're
right.
also on a horse. You're also
I'm gonna
on a
put
horse.
those conditions back on myself. I'm slung over a fucking horse.
Who are you? Who are you?
Well, I'm just a passerby. You don't need to worry about me. It's just... Oh, shit. Alright, I gotta go. That's my internet guy.
Go ahead. Unfortunate. Irina,
He's a
It's a
passerby.
strange line.
He and I are. He and I are lost in this strange place and far from the coast.
No.
We're alive.
We are all lost here, and unfortunately, not all of us are alive.
you see 3 corpses slung over horses. One of them seems to still be breathing.
Well, do not look so good.
Do not continue down this road. Only death awaits at the end of this path.
But where are you going?
We thought we saw the sanctuary. Further on the road, in the other direction from the bridge.
We had seen a tower that might give us respite.
Well, maybe I can help you. I have some healing about me, and I have no idea how I'm going to use this voice, so I'm going to quit even trying. I'll worry about that next session.
Yeah.
So Aburion has multiple kind of things he can do for healing, and he's going to give you some business about draconic power, about draconic healing, and how, when he's I can tell you that when he's talking about how he can do this healing, he's going to tell you, be sure you know that it's from the power of dragons. Very pro-dragon. Going to be part of him, and let's see.
You are Dragonkin.
Yes, I am. I didn't know before, not that long ago. I didn't know there were so many different types of creatures. I thought the entire world was covered with scales.
If you're a healer, one of our friends is not doing so well. We pulled the needles out and wrapped his bandage around his wound, but not sure if he's gonna make it through the night.
Show me who the worst one is.
Brings you over to Archimedes, slung on a horse, severe puncture wounds all throughout. He hasn't gotten up, but I think we did our best.
There it is at the top. I'm looking all over for my features, and it was the very top one. Okay. So on this one, let's see, I haven't done this one in a while. I have a pool of 46 healing pool that resets when I finish a long rest. How many different people are injured?
So everyone.
Everybody.
She kind of goes around the whole group. Archimedes hasn't woken up, and all of us are pretty bad off. Irina only has about 16 health, but the rest of the party a little bit healthier, as you would know. And all of them are pretty much at 1 HP. The whole group looks bad.
Archimedes is the only one out.
Archimedes is the only one unconscious. He does seem stable as you take a look.
Alright, so I will give, one, so there's 4 of them, right? Or is there 5?
There's only, these 2 are dead bodies, so there's these 4.
Yeah, so everybody take a d6 to the healing light. He'll just spread it all around.
I'll roll for Irina.
Only rolling for ourselves.
Sounds like a
No reason
d6,
not to.
yes? Very cool. Bit of healing goes out. 2 healing to Archimedes, 4 healing to Achilles, and 5 healing to Al. You see the wounds slowly closing, the life coming back into your faces, blood regenerating. Archimedes, your eyes open.
Do I see the origin of my healing?
Yeah, Oberon, is it a distance thing? Are you up close? What does he see? 5 feet? I think you're right up on him, right? No, 60 feet.
Yeah, 60 feet. So, but, for all of them, I would do kind of like a circle, like everybody get together and kind of make a deal. So, not so much because they would have to be, but because he would want them all to hear that it was because of the dragons that, they were receiving this light. To him, this is his first evangelization of dragons in this strange land.
Yeah, as you open your eyes, you see this dragon-born fellow chanting a dragon-esque kind of ritual as healing.
Is it like Bahamut that you're praying to, or darker dragon forces? Because I speak Draconic, so I was wondering if.
Well, you would not hear the name Bahamut. What he would be calling out, he would be asking for Sarador.
Oh, okay.
In a second, I have to look up the pronunciation, but it's
I believe it's Sardior. I believe.
Sardior.
I believe so.
Sardior.
Sardior. He is the neutral, dragon god. He's a gem dragonborn.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll slump off the horse and stabilize myself by putting one hand on its hind quarters and then just thank him profusely in Draconic. And also ask him, who are you? What happened? Kind of seeming disoriented.
Lost traveler here. Me and my latest friend. And I kind of gesture over to Roscoe. But the road is no place to travel. Let me help get you where you're going. You say there's a castle.
There's a couple things
He's a
nearby.
tower.
Tower.
You guys actually do also know about a castle much further, an abandoned castle up the hill, and a tower not far away. The tower did not look abandoned. You saw a Vistani wagon in front of it and lights upstairs.
We have good intent with these Stani. We'll take
And you know
chances with the tower.
the village crest. Yeah. Your guys' call. Where do we head to?
We saved that young girl. If Vistani out at the tower, then that's our way in. And it's closest. I cannot venture very far.
All right, 3 miles, which means it's only an hour, I believe. Yep, 3 miles an hour. So the party, I assume, taking the dead bodies,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
makes their way back to the tower. Pull that scene up. An hour will pass. 2 in the morning as you arrive. An old tower. In the distance, the lake, it's dark, so you can't quite see everything, right? But a wagon out front, the lake surrounding it on this small kind of like causeway of land that seems to just poke up out of the center. The tower built up onto it. It almost doesn't look natural, the causeway that it's on, like kind of man-built. Obviously, over time it has worn down, but you can tell, like, oh, land didn't just jet into the lake. Somebody put this here to build a tower. And down a few 100 feet down a causeway, you all arrive. Exterior here, let me all set up. Pull you to this map. Give you a full description of it again, as apparently there's werewolf sounds in the distance. See if I can turn those off. I can. There we go. Ambient music. The wind blowing through, the water splashing up against the causeway, a colorful wagon, and a doorway is all you really see. A bit of flickering light on the top floor. And let me pull up the tower and give you the read off of it, because there's a good little description. You come to a cold mountain lake, enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps across the dark, still waters. The trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolding clinging to one side, a huge gash in the upper walls. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop buttresses that support the walls. Parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-topped wagon spattered with mud. The tower's about 80 feet tall. It looks like it has 4 levels based off the windows you see.
One of us must knock on the door, ask for refuge.
You also have the animals, of course. You have David's mule carrying his body, Hal's mule carrying Claude, and the riding horse.
Gotta tell you, it's kind of creepy looking at Velvin.
You see, as you say, let's just go knock on the door. I'll share an image of the door. You guys can move up to it if you want. Here's the doorway.
Yeah.
The doorway is made of iron with no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed symbol, a connected series of lines with 8 stick figures set around it. Carved into the lintel above the door is a word, Kazan.
So not in the mood for a puzzle.
Achilles will step in front of Archimedes and walk up to the door and knock.
As you knock on the door, a portal opens above the water, and out of it, a blue dragon.
What dragon?
Spawning in the air, a large draconic image. A real dragon, magically appearing 30 feet of the door and attacking all creatures it sees. 25? Yeah, he'll be a little bit further back. 30 feet above the door. We roll initiative as you knock.
Why? Why do this to us?
Cal, behind you, you see a wagon. Oberon, a dragon spawns in the air in front of you. Irina shrieks and goes to run back. And unfortunately, we don't have Claude.
Is this ironic?
Is it
Yeah.
ironic? I don't know.
Don't you think?
One rough fight into another.
Rough, to say the least. A young blue dragon spawns.
I mean, I had 4 novice players take out a young black dragon in my own game.
Novice,
Yeah.
but not near death, double
Well,
exhaustion, everything spent.
Oh.
Yeah. We are going to go into initiative here. And hate that we don't have Roscoe. We're an hour short. We could either end early, or we could keep going with this. Your guys' call.
He'll probably be back. Seemed like they were doing other apartments and they took like 20 minutes apiece.
Yeah, but I don't want to have you all sit here. How do you all feel? Do you want to continue? Do you want to end the night early?
Well, I kind of want to know if I'm dead so I can prepare a new character.
I want you all to prepare backup characters. I don't care if you're alive or dead.
I do have I jest. I do have a couple, but like, it'd be good to know which one I'm going for and that I am going for one and shit, you know.
Yeah, I would just prepare 1 or 2 because you never know what class you're going to want to take. But
Yeah.
prepare some backup characters because Curse of Strahd is full of character death, especially if you make the wrong decision, like touching a cool door.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll ask again. Sounds like Dan, you're kind of okay with continuing Patrick.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
How about you? What are your thoughts? Want to continue? Want to end here?
I do kind of want to meet in the middle, take one more break. If Roscoe isn't here, I don't really want to fight a dragon without him.
Yeah, I think we should definitely have the full party for this next encounter. David, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good to go. I'm good to take 5 or 10 to get something to drink and
Let's
to
do
look
that.
over this character and learn how to run it.
You know what? I even see he just showed up as idle, but he did show up. Let's do a 10-minute break. He might be back.
And I'll throw it out there again that I can share a screen if he just wants to kind of
Jump in his phone or something. Yeah.
if he needs any help. That way, I can share screen.
Yeah, he'd still have to probably play from a mobile device. Might be a little tough, but we'll do
Or
a 10-minute
just
break.
have you make the roll for him.
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
be a
No,
easy fix.
absolutely. If
Alright,
we can get him in voice. Let's do 10, and we'll come back, and we will try to continue from here.
Yep, I'll be back.
I don't know what to say.
It's tough, man. The module
Yeah,
is such a pain. It really is.
Like, it does not give you a break.
It's like once you learn about the druids,
Oh,
if you don't go to Yesterhill that day, the ritual happens that night. And then yes, Winter Splinter shows up and destroys the winery.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot. There's a whole lot. That's why when
I
you guys
like
were
that,
like,
though.
we're gonna rest
Also,
first.
Well, but we had to. I mean, and I think that it's good that it's like a dynamic world that will go on in spite of the players. I think that's like an important part that makes it.
Yeah.
That's already made this way more like just interesting from having played it once because of that fact alone that the world just sort of doesn't give a shit and just will happen regardless.
Yeah.
That's a cool feature. I like it.
Alrighty. Yeah, shoot. I'll be right back then. When we come back, hopefully we have Seth and we can explain this scenario to him.
He's gonna come back and it's like, what is happening?
I knocked on a door because clearly there's someone home, and we wanted permission to enter.
I will also
I was gonna
ask
read-
anybody that is aware of how any of this works, I will ask that you potentially leave it up to rolls of whether or not your character figures stuff out. Because obviously, if you know things.
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on here.
I don't remember
Not a
how
fucking clue.
your scenario went at the tower, but I'm just
We-
saying.
We did
not do
nothing
the
to
tower.
do with
Cool.
with the tower,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Blind.
Which is why I put it in my backstory. I mean, that's a bit meta. My character doesn't know what this tower is, but that's why I put it in there because I wanted to explore bits of the game that I hadn't the first time. So
Yeah, yeah. No, that sounds good. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Hopefully, we'll have Seth and we will continue. And if not, probably end early. We'll see.
Oh.
Hey, Seth.
Seth!
On my phone because I saw that you guys said shit was going down.
yeah, Belvin said he'd not Belvin. David said he would share a screen. I'll share it for now. Why not? Just so that
Yeah.
you're
Aware of
because bro.
We're doing a quick break, Seth. Are you going to be back tonight, or do you think he's like shut you off
Yeah.
for the night? Yeah.
Yeah, I should be back on in just a minute.
Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, when your internet comes back on, jump on. But yeah.
아이디 패스워드. 네. 오케이. 여기죠. 이거 패스워드 한번 눌러주시면.
네.
is that Seth?
No, that's the guy we're talking to.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
오케이.
네. 감사합니다.
Oh my god, he speaks now. What the fuck?
Well, he
Yeah.
has to.
네. 안녕히 계세요. 네. 네. I should be hopping on now. We just
Beautiful. The party's fighting a young blue dragon. Not a joke.
There
It's
we go.
not a joke.
Not a joke.
It's
I
just
want to know
funny.
how he
that-
showed up. You'll love
Huh?
this. I knocked on a door.
You knocked on a door. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I was trying to read the door.
The party
With some wizard
returned
stuff.
to the tower to go take a rest there.
Oh no!
Knocked
We
on the
saw
door.
a Vistani wagon. Sure, the door didn't have any knobs on it, but surely there's a way to open it.
It had a knocker.
So I knocked to see if a Vistani would come down, but come on!
All right, let's see how this new internet does.
Andy, brand new internet. So they set that up quick.
Yeah, that was nothing. Oh,
Korea doesn't play about their internet. Alright. Oh my god, we've rolled for initiative. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
the dragon's fighting now. And to be fair,
All that you missed. Achilles knocked on a door. Portal opened above the water.
yeah,
A young blue dragon flew out of the portal.
Fantastic. We have a horse?
we've always
Oh,
got
yeah,
a
I
horse.
think we have
Hal's horse.
Yeah.
Irina was riding it before. To get her like around. You
Yeah.
guys put her on it.
I forgot that.
Unfortunately, walking does not constitute a short rest either.
Yeah. Yeah.
The good thing, the dragon rolled a 7 for initiative.
Belvin's getting a long rest.
Yes, he is.
How
I
long
think
was I unconscious, and does that count as a short rest?
I think we're all back. Let's get back into combat. The only person I haven't heard from is Clayton. Clayton, you there?
I am here.
Okay, perfect. Let's get into combat here. Find some good battle music. Flesh and Bones? What does that sound like? That sounds pretty good. Irina sees a dragon. She screams. She runs to the horse. And
That wasn't a genuine question. I was unconscious for some amount of time. If it was an hour, is that a short rest?
it's not a
or-
short rest when you're unconscious, no.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure.
Irina is going to get onto the mount with the... Actually, she can't. Well, yeah, she'll dash action. She's going to jump on the mount and say, this ain't good. And she's just going to be mounted and ready to leave. In fact, she can get back 15 feet, at least, with the dash. Roscoe.
So
Summoned
are we,
into the air, a young blue dragon.
Fuck. Are we running away? Is that the plan?
I'm not fighting it.
Okay, we run! And he will turn the fuck around. And. Ooh. Kinda,
It sees you running,
uh,
and its voice booming out. In common. I can fly faster than you can run.
fuck, he can fly faster than we can run, guys. Oh shit.
What gave you that idea?
He said it. I don't.
I was being ironic. I'm so in pain.
Okay, you know. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm going to.
What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna try to fight him
Okay.
and run at the same time.
Alright, let's go.
Let's see how this goes. And I'm gonna manifest some psychic blades and start chucking them.
Alright, 40 feet. He's like 15 feet in the air above the water, but yeah, 40 feet.
Sick. Dang.
15 is gonna miss. He quickly just bats his wings, and air pushes away the daggers.
Shit! Okay, alright, fuck this. And I don't seem to have control over the token?
Oh, it's locked. Here we go.
Ah, there we go.
Should be able to move them. You should have control.
Nah.
Can you open up the character sheet if you right-click it?
I can open up the character
Yeah.
sheet,
So
but it's
top
not
left,
me.
make sure you're on token controls. Be able to drag them around.
Select token.
All right. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe you need to refresh. Where are you trying to move to? I'll just move you.
Yeah, just as far as I can go that
30
way.
feet.
Yep.
The psychic daggers come flying out. The dragon bats it away. Roscoe runs. Any bonus action?
I'm gonna bonus action dash off. I'd fucking off the map. I'm out of here.
You're a rogue. Absolutely. You could hide, or you into like the edge of the woods, or you could dash off the map.
Yeah, I'd probably go into the edge of the woods and hide if at all possible.
All right. It's your call what you want to do. If you want to roll a hide, then roll a stealth.
Yeah, I will do that. Where's my stealth?
You just see Roscoe disappear behind a large rock. 12.
Not great.
Tal, as you look around, you see this magical door-looking concoction in front of you that just spawned a dragon when all you did was knock. A circular plate on it. Strange images. To your right, a small Vistani wagon. Above the back door, a sign, keep out, and a padlock. What do you do?
Tal calls out, "Meet up in Kresk!" And Tal turns to look at this medallion and just takes a wild guess at which of these symbols to start with, and starts making symbols at, like, trying to mimic the symbols that start at roughly the, 10 or 11 o'clock position.
The 10 o'clock position there.
Start there and go down to the 6 o'clock, up to the 12 o'clock, etc.
And what do you do exactly?
I try to make those poses.
Mimicking the stick figures.
In the order that they start. So I start off with my hands up in the air, and then I drop what appears to be my left arm down, and then I put my arms out, etc.
Roll me a performance.
Oh, this is not the time for charades.
Crap.
Let me just double check one thing. Oh, there is one other thing I forgot that's actually important. Before you step forward, Tal. This would be initially before the dragon spawns. Oh, let me see. I actually messed it up a little bit. I forgot the order of this. No, we'll leave it as is. It's a little bit backwards, but it's fine. Tal. As you start to do a small stick figure dance, you hear a click. The door swings open. As the dragon comes swooping down, it vanishes. You leave initiative.
What the fuck?
Does anyone know prestidigitation? My long johns require it.
Irina, ready to run away on a horse, she turns. Tal, you see the dance you've done in front of the door has kicked it open.
Everyone inside, quickly!
As you
I don't
peer,
trust that tower.
there's a small curtain in front of it, and as you peer in, Tal, 4 golems stand. Stone golems looking like kind of just these big clay men standing by 4 chains that hang from the ceiling and a small indentation at their feet. Square indentation.
I changed my mind! Retreat!
We have a scene for the interior. This is what you see.
Do the golems move to attack, or do they just stand?
As he shouts retreat, and you stand in the doorway and look, they don't seem to move. The dragon fades as quickly as it spawned.
Was this all mere illusion? Inside. It's the safest place we know. Come on.
My body and mind are broken. I must rest.
We might have better odds with the wagon. Depending on what might lie within.
Based on the day's events, it may be something unexpected, and at this point difficult to deal with. Oh, at some point I'd have put my armor back on, by the way, just so we're...
Okay.
10 minutes at some point during all that.
Do you have something you do with your dead, or do you carry them around with you?
In the morning,
Very recent.
in the morning, I can perform a funerary rite, but right now I am too spent. I cannot call upon my deity for guidance.
Yeah, you guys kind of look like shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Irina brings the mules and corpses over, pulling the horse with them. I thought we were all gonna die right there. I've never seen a dragon before. Looks at Oberian. Well, never one that big.
Please, it appears Tal's dance has opened the way. If the golems are not reacting, I bid we rest in the tower.
Before Achilles wanders in, he'd stand at the precipice and take a shot at hearing. Any way to know what might encourage these golems to awaken?
Give me a investigation.
And Oberion will kind of walk up and says, Messiah or guide you, and I'll cast guidance on you. Touch you and give you the guidance of the dragon.
All right, with a D4. Go for it, Achilles.
I didn't add the D4 because I was worried it might break
All right.
something.
Roll a D4. 12.
12.
You look around the room. Chains hang from the ceiling, and there's this clear, like, shaft that goes up through each floor in the very center, in the same spot where the indentation is. You don't know anything about the golems, but they are just standing there. No movement. They don't seem to react to your head poking in the door and looking around. Behind them, there's a few crates. They're mostly just kind of cracked open, destroyed rubble. Not much going on other than that.
Are you satisfied?
No. I have a request. Wait here.
I'll slump against the stairs.
I will enter the tower, cautiously and slowly. and we'll be testing the entryway if I can to see if any position in the entryway provokes them at all.
No, they don't move.
Once I'm satisfied there's at minimum enough room for everyone to come in, I'll wander back outside and gesture everyone indoors. They're not reacting to my presence. I've only tested up to the entryway, so do not wander far from it.
You think someone just left their wagon here?
I care not to question it at this moment, madam.
I reckon it was abandoned for a good reason. And that good reason just vanished.
And as you look, I mean, a little bit worn and torn paint, but otherwise a very well-kept wagon. And I will share that image here. There's a little, like, blueprint drawing of it, but there's the wagon. You see a padlock on the back. You can see curtains drawn on the windows, thick curtains covering each window. Above the back door, a sign that says, "Keep out," and a padlock.
Well, I mean, I've got to pick the lock, right?
Ranger, if you touch that padlock, I will collect your hands for our dead friend on the mule.
Your dead friend needs hands? He's dead.
I will add to his collection if I have to.
Roscoe,
Collected fucking hands?
as you take a look around the wagon, give me an investigation.
Nice.
The only thing that you could see would be to lockpick the back door. The windows too small to crawl through even if you shattered them. You can't get a good view of anything inside. It's all very well drawn curtains.
I mean, what if I just pick it a little bit, huh?
In Waterdeep, where I once lived, the city watch had a practice where they would leave something out for thieves to take, just for the purpose of catching thieves. This smells of something very similar.
Well, those thieves were stupid. What? I'll leave it alone for now, but...
There's actually a readout I should have read. Under layers of mud, the wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint, and its wheels have fancy gold trim. A brass lantern hangs from each corner, and red drapes cover the tombstone-shaped windows on each side. A steel padlock secures the back door, hanging from which is a cheap wooden sign that reads, "Keep out."
Can I take the sign at least?
Yeah, you take the sign off the door.
Yeah. Just got a sign.
And then you're like, see, now no one has a problem with it.
All right.
I was actually thinking we could, anytime we need to camp or something like that, we just, put the keep out sign. And then they go through the same fucking shenanigans you just put me through.
I don't think lycanthropes or barbarians can read.
You would be very fucking surprised. Barbarians, maybe not. Lycanthropes, well...
Well, I mean, in their beast form, they might not be inclined to literature. This is all academic.
You all wish to enter the tower, then?
Yeah.
We do. It is the closest thing to shelter we have, in spite of the ominous presence within.
It is an act of desperation, indeed.
The flagstone floor is strewn with debris. A few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center contains what looks like 4 pulleys attached to taut iron chains that stretch up through a very similar sized hole in the rotten wooden ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall clay men.
Can I Arcana check them to see if I can tell what would activate them?
Yeah, roll an Arcana.
Permission to give him assistance with that?
Yeah, you can give the help action. That's fine. Roll it with advantage.
While they're doing that, can I look for something to steal?
I mean, that wagon was the
Okay,
nicest thing
20.
around. Everything in here looks ruined.
Yeah, that's what
If
I
you
thought.
wanted to slip out and try to steal it, you could. Just gotta pick a lock.
Does it look like there's anything above us that's intact?
The floor
Yeah, we're-
above you does look like it's about to collapse, actually. It looks like it's soggy, ruined, there's holes in it. But there's multiple floors above, and at the very top, from the outside, you saw light. But on a 23 Arcana, Achilles, you know these creatures are no mere stone statues. They are clay golems, large constructs made of magic.
But I couldn't tell why they're dormant or what would awaken them.
No, there's no sign of that.
Yeah.
I
I'm
will-
hardly comfortable, but they seem to be dormant for now.
I must rest before we proceed onward. I am standing on my last legs.
Before you do,
I'm requesting a short rest.
You guys would have to wait an hour down here if you want to. Irina sits down on one of the boxes. She said, "Your legs still work?" Ugh. At least there's that.
well, that short rest it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Did you try to sneak out?
before we short rest, he meant to send that in private. Roscoe, give
Yeah,
me a stealth roll. Natural
Man.
1. You see Roscoe just go walk to the door. I'm just gotta go tinkle. Quite obvious he's sneaking out.
Where is he going?
Oh no, we're just gotta use the
Achilles will
little,
stand by the door and hold an action to shut the door if anything goes
Oh,
wrong.
the door
while
has
we
shut
go
on
in.
you all after a minute.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, you can't get up.
can I open the door?
Yep.
Okay.
You push it open. There's a door handle on the inside.
There's a dragon spawn.
No?
Okay.
You with the cheap garb. Was the apparition of one dragon not enough to stay your hand?
Sir, this is the best guard money can buy. Fuck.
Yeah. You
Being-
did say if I had over
Being a
over
noble,
30.
she's gonna roll a perception. Yeah, Irina doesn't care that much about it. She looks and says, "It's not that bad a fashion."
Oh, come on. Look at the hemlines. Look at the folds. It's all slapdash work. That's besides the point. I mean not to insult the man, but merely to dissuade him from exiting this place and raising the ire of some other such apparition as the dragon. I want to rest.
Oh, fine. Fine. Whatever.
The party takes
But I won't like it.
at least a
And
short
if it's any
rest.
consolation, there's no shame in buying budget, you know.
Would you all like to stay down here for a long or a short rest?
Short rest initially, certainly.
Okay.
Ideally, first one, then the other.
If you guys are
Yeah.
staying, if you're staying on the first floor, you can take a long rest. The night will finish.
Okay.
Take it, that one.
Take
you know,
it,
is-
take it.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
Oberion, by the way, Obi, we'll go with. He has went with the double sight, so can see in the dark as normal.
Very nice.
He will be happy to take the first or longer part of the watch for you all.
Give me a perception as you do go on watch, Oberion. Do you go out of the tower at all, or do you stay in? Like, that's first.
So is it just like a door flat in the side, or is there any kind of a vegetable or porch?
Yeah, you could sit.
entrance.
You could sit at the entrance. I don't. like there's like a little front antechamber lobby. There's the vestibule and the curtain that hung in front of it that you kind of push to the side to look in. But then the door is behind you, so you would have to open it up, but you could peer out.
All right, so that's the look I'm going for, and let's get the first roll with the new character. Wow,
let's do a perception.
Let's see what the dice got. Do I start with inspiration?
It's only per player, one a night. So if you already used it on
Alright.
Belvin, it's used.
No, it's all good. Yeah, I used it at the end when he died.
Yep.
First roll. Let's see.
Oh,
the dice gods say no.
no.
The dice gods say no.
That's okay. You
Oh.
only slightly peer the door open. You don't notice anything. You hear distant
That's
wolf howling,
hilarious.
and it's quite loud. In the mountains, not far off on the other side of the lake. But no, packs of wolves hunting in the distance, howling over the lake, cold wind and fog moving in. Nothing of note.
Oh,
Did we leave the bodies and the horses outside?
There are wolves all over the place. I hear them. They're upon us. They're upon us.
Roscoe will go with the horses and the bodies, and not.
If they let you out, Roscoe, that's up to all of you.
I'm not gonna pick the lock.
I do not.
Insight
Pick the
check.
lock with nobody else there.
Just do not bring whatever you do in here.
I mean, he's not going to. He's not gonna do anything.
All right.
Well, he's not gonna do anything with the wagon.
Okay.
He is gonna look through the pockets of the bodies.
He's holding his chin up. Makes me trust him.
You look through Belvin's and Claude's pockets.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me an investigation.
I feel like it's gonna be a real low.
As Roscoe leaves, I will say to Oborion, keep an eye on him out there, will you?
On a 20. You find that Belvin is covered in magical items, and Claude has some potions. I mean, quite a bit of good loot just sitting here on these corpses.
Oh, Nick, I hate you.
What? It's what he found.
I
It's
know.
what he found. I don't know what you want.
It's a nice fucking cloak, man.
Do you
The
take
cloak
anything?
is a special.
Shush.
He would take the cloak and the potion, but he'd probably leave the ointment as he does not have a beard.
Okay. Cloak and potion moved over to you. They're now on Roscoe's inventory for the time being.
Sick. Thank you.
You just see like a little beard
No.
oil container.
And is Ovurion watching this? Do I see him just kind of robbing the dead out there?
I think on a nat 1, Oburion, you're watching like over the
Oh, I
lake,
got you.
and you're like,
Yeah.
you see him standing there, and he waves, like.
And I'm like, sure, wolves are all over the place. I'm seeing all kinds of shit that ain't there.
Yeah,
But
you'd be more concerned.
almost immediately though, as you look back, I mean, nat 1 or not, he has a new cloak on.
Fuck's sake.
Trick of the light, trick of the light.
Hey, look what I
Honestly, Obi's stunned about the appearance of the dragon, even though it was an illusion. He is very like dragons that's what he is, and he
Actually,
takes it as an omen.
Give me an Arcana check, Oburion. Yeah, it was an illusion.
Love it.
All right. Yeah, as far as you know, the dragon was just an illusion. Certainly could not have lightning breath to you. No way. It would have. The party can take
I was
a long
ready
rest.
to go grapple him.
And then the morning comes too.
I was going to ask Tal, Archimedes would ask Tal at some point during this long rest, how is it that you came to the idea of the dance you did to open the door? I would have probably waffled, stood there for many moments. We'd have all died to the dragon. You did that without hesitating. Good job. I just wondered how you came to the conclusion.
I saw the symbols and I remembered that my patron, the chameleon, is also the Fey Jester and is known as the Jack of the Sealy Court, and I knew that performance was the key to entrance.
Wow.
Good job.
The stances of the dance were shown on the disc that was emblazoned upon the entrance door.
Well, we were lucky to have you with us. And Miss Irina, you were supposed to be our charge, and yet you have done great service by us, keeping us alive in battle. And, well, I just want you to know that you have my sword till further notice.
She nods her head. I just don't know anymore.
I don't think any of us do.
Velaki was supposed to be safe. Maybe we try Kresk.
Yes.
I'm not cut
What
out
is
for the
this
adventure
mission?
in life. Oh.
No.
I'm just trying to find somewhere safe. And I hired all of them to help me. It's proven not very easy so far.
She said you guys suck.
I see the toll outside. Roscoe has seen them too. I kind of shoulder past Roscoe, looking out.
Yeah.
Tell me,
Scoundrel.
Roscoe, do you make a habit of pilfering from the dead?
Yes.
In my nation, we give things out when people die, but we don't take them. But
Yeah,
your ways are different than mine.
Is
I'll
that
sort of
never-
stand. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
is that Belvin's cloak? As she looks out at you, Roscoe.
Oh,
Yeah,
this, I found it.
I'll stand to my full height over Roscoe and I'll say, I personally will permit your use of this item, since the dead have no need for it transiently, and perhaps it will help you in a fight. We've come near death multiple times today, but it is not yours, and I will prod him in the chest as I say yours.
Nothing is anybody's. It's only yours as long as you can hold on to it. If you can't hold on to it, it's not yours anymore.
I guess if...
I look forward to challenging this, if you will it.
Absolutely.
Philosophers.
If it's useful, it's useful. Also, Archimedes, take a long rest. Get rid of 1 level of exhaustion and heal up.
Yay! I can go a normal amount of speed now.
Now that we have rested and the morning dawns, I am prepared to perform funerary rites on our fallen friends.
We bury them here in Barovia, you mean? Just...
I have not the means to take them back to their homelands.
What about Kresk?
I do not know if there is holy ground there.
There's a church. An abbey, they call it. Big building that... I think it used to be a hospital back in the day. It's holy ground, dedicated to Saint Markovia. At least it used to.
Well, so was the church in Vallaki supposed to be.
Yeah.
No guarantees, I suppose, that it remains as such.
Whether we inter them at this abbey or here along the road, I can at least ensure that their mortal remains are not defiled by this foul land.
Then yes, we ought just do it at an appropriate location, yes.
I'm going to take the time to perform the ceremony and do funerary rites so that the bodies cannot rise as undead for the next 7 days.
Okay.
I'll
Go ahead.
watch over Hal as he's doing that out of interest, just
Yeah.
of the rites and ritual.
Everybody watches over as you all step outside. Tal, you go ahead and step up to the two bodies, casting a bit of holy, ritualistic magic over them. You know their corpses are at least safe for the week.
So, did they die well?
Particularly.
It was a kind of an ambush by wood-like. What the hell were those things?
Druid magic. They brought the forest alive with ill intent.
I concur. I do not believe they are my kin. Too stupid.
No, they didn't even bleed. They seemed more like just bundles of sticks.
Wait. You got beaten by a bundle of fucking sticks.
I mean, you could say that, but there was, I want to say 30 of them, if not more, and then a huge one that destroyed the winery. Ain't good.
They spat thorns.
Oh, these were living sticks. Okay, that makes more sense.
How long have you been here? I say to Roscoe.
Not very long. It's I kind of been searching for a certain person.
Well, I envy your naivety, but don't luxuriate in it. It'll get you killed.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
To Kresk, then?
Do we not want to find out what is on the upper levels of this tower?
There is a light on up there. You see the flickering of a fire. But I didn't hear anyone walking around.
I want to find out so bad.
And I mean, short of the bit of mud on that wagon, it does look nice. Maybe we just tie it up to the horse?
We're no common thieves, are we?
Ain't nobody here, I don't think.
Finders keepers a rule throughout the land of Barovia?
If it would satisfy you, we confirm the tower is empty. Then we take the wagon.
Well, how are we gonna get
I
upstairs?
suspect the owners of that wagon may have died.
I won't stop the taking of the wagon, but it's not my bag.
Yeah, but there was no staircase in there. How are we supposed to get up to the top?
It's a fair question.
Did you not see the chains?
You gonna climb them?
I mean, first you might want to pull on them, see if it brings down the fucking dilapidated floor above.
You guys do the dance, reopen the door, as you're kind of standing around the chains, pulling on them. Way too heavy. They do pull just
too
a
heavy
little bit to pull down.
Oh, okay. So they can support our weight then.
Yeah. Archimedes, give me a strength check. Let's say with advantage.
Okay. Athletics or just straight strength?
Strength.
Oh, look at that.
Way too hard to pull down. As you just start to pull on a chain, you see a platform starts to lift just a little bit on the corner. These do seem to pull a platform up to the top level. However, there's no way you could pull it.
Do we have any rope?
For magical golems might be able to, but they seem innate.
Yes, yes, look, there are the motors, there are the engines, the pistons, up and down like a water mill, up and down, make them go.
Yes,
You
well,
make
up
the
and
golems move, then be our guest.
I will think on it. The dragon knows. But would they tell me? I don't know.
You do anything?
Looking, thinking.
Okay.
There
Look
wasn't
around
like
the
a
room.
top.
Go ahead.
Was there like a opening at the top or like a?
It goes
climbed
it goes
the
all the way
sky.
to the top floor. Yeah.
Can I
As you step onto the platform and like you look up, you see all 4 stone golems just reach out with their arms and grab onto the chains.
You are jesting.
Their heads turn and look at you, Claude. Or not Claude. Jesus Christ. It's going to take a minute to know the new characters. Roscoe.
Yeah. Guys.
everyone on the platform.
I rush onto the platform.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody kind of squeezes
Oh.
onto it.
Yeah, I'll rush out of the bathroom, but I'll have my arm blade extended, ready to pick a fight with these golems if they change their mind.
They're looking at you.
Hey, Golems, can you help us get up to the next top?
They begin to pull on the chain one by one, grabbing above each hand, raising you all the way to the top. You pass by first a decrepit floor, the wood rotted, but the elevator keeps moving. You said top. It keeps going, and you see a broken wall. By the 3rd floor, you can see that time has weathered this area. Mildew has filled in, the wall shattered, and scaffolding on the outside. Rusty chainmail in the corner, and it continues up. On the final floor, it stops, kind of shaking you all. Unlike the levels below, this room shows signs of a recent habitant. And although the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts. Inside includes a cozy bed, a desk, and a matching chair, bright tapestries, and a large iron stove still burning with a flame inside, just starting to flicker out. And you can see lights entering through the arrow slits on the walls, through the dirt-caked windows and broken shutters. Another feature of the room is a standing suit of armor and a wooden chest. Old wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower roof, which has somehow maintained intact. Mounted on the rafters is the pulleys that pulled you up. And I'll pull us to the top floor.
Yep.
Chest at the end of the bed, a desk, a writing desk, a small stove, and a statue. You're all on the top floor.
Yeah.
Curious.
Achilles will keep a very close watch on the suit of armor.
I just
And these
look
are
around.
open flames in here.
The candles are burning, the fireplace is lit. With a quick glance, you realize it's magic. No heat from the candles. Old wood logs have been charred recently, and it does look like somebody did put a fire in the stove not long ago.
I'm gonna search the desk for evidence of whoever, who might live here.
I'm going to the chest at the end of the bed.
All
Tal
right.
will help out with checking the desk or the chest at the end of the bed, like looking it over, checking it for traps.
Achilles over by the statue. Oberon, what do you do?
So then I guess I will follow over by Archimedes, who greeted me in my own language, and grant him the guidance of Sardior. Grant him the guidance of Sardior, and try to help him on his investigation as well.
All right. Archimedes, roll me a investigation, and you get guidance and the help action.
Should I add that as a situational bonus? 1d4?
Advantage and 1d4. Yes, yes. 21. Going through the desk, you find everything you would need to write letters, parchment, and everything, ink, and a small feather pen. As you go through it, you don't see any recent letters or anything, but you do notice on a 21, the stove nearby has that same parchment in it, half burnt. And as you pull that out, a letter. I don't know what to say. I was hoping I would find you here, Venricton. I've searched far and wide. I grow tired. I thought I had found you finally, in this plane of darkness. Yours truly, Esmeralda. Signed at the bottom. Signed
This is
by the name Esmeralda. An old letter burnt and charred, meant to be disposed of. Yet, still some of it remains.
Van Richten's abode.
Roscoe, as you lift open the chest, no lock, no traps. Just the smell of lavender pouring out of the wooden chest as you see a severed head, a human Vistani man. Its flesh is waxy, as if embalmed with magical oils.
So your friend, he collected hands or heads?
Not my friend, Milia, a name I knew to seek. Why, what's in the box?
It's a head.
I'll go over and wince as I see the head. Oh,
You know this guy?
I mean, I'm sure I don't, but I'll check. Do I know this guy?
None of you know this man. It looks like a Vistani, though, just off the immediate visual that you see. Just a guess, but a human.
Earrings or something.
Yeah, you see, earrings and kind of a similar face to some of the others you saw, but not one that you're familiar with.
No, I don't know this man. Strange thing to keep at the foot of your bed.
You can roll arcanas on it if you would like. Covered in magical oil.
There you go.
Nice rolls. You can tell this oil is a preserving oil meant to make sure that the head doesn't rot. And specifically, people do this typically to speak with dead. He's
That's a
keeping
head.
the head
So can I
available.
surmise that speak with head has been done on it, or just that it's prepared for that?
You don't know if it's been cast before, but you know that somebody's
Mm.
preserving it in order to ask it questions in the future, you believe.
Ugh. Grim, I say as I realise that, and explain it to the rest of them.
As you place the head back into the box, I think we'll pick up here next week. This is a good time to end.
Yeah.
I hear people shouting. I don't know why. I'll go find out in a minute.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
she's shouting for someone else.
That was an intense session.
That was an intense session. That was a lot.
That was an
Very,
intense session.
very harrowing.
I messed up a little bit on the door. First, it should have exploded. And then it explodes again for even more. And then if you try a third time, the dragon spawns. So that's my bad. I should have just killed some of you. But I like the way it went. Well done.
What's the radius on that explosion? Just
10
out
feet
of
from the
curiosity.
tower. 10 feet from the tower.
Yeah, that killed me.
It would have.
Yeah.
It would have gotten all three of us right at the door.
It would have blown up.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
It would have just been the new
Yeah.
characters there.
29 damage. It probably would have killed most of you.
Yeah, you just picked up these guys, and it's like, come, we're going to this tower for safety, and then they knock on the door and just get vaporized.
It increases quite a bit.
What the fuck? Well, I'm glad that didn't happen.
So that you are aware, Achilles would have only knocked once.
I mean, either way, if y'all would have gone down, Roscoe would have left. He's not he's fucking out of there.
I don't know these people.
But no, good
Well, these
session, good
guys-
stuff. It was a lot of fun. Let's do favorite moments, and I'll get some notes and everything in there. But let's go top to bottom on Discord. Patrick, any favorite moment of the night?
A portal opens over the lake and a blue dragon flies out of it. You've got to be kidding me. Just, I loved it.
Young blue dragon magically appears 30 feet from the door and attacks.
Yeah. I am actually glad you whiffed that, only because we had a chance to not instantly kill ourselves.
Yeah, I just forgot a little bit. I should always read ahead, because even my memory is a bit foggy on how everything works, even if it's the 9th run through. But yeah, no, awesome moment. Glad we could get Seth back for it too, even though we didn't end up having to fight the dragon. Dan, how about you? Favorite moment?
I think generally, I just want to give a shout out to David because he flavors everything, even little things like guidance and all of the stuff with Belvin, who I'm sad to see go. It's like all the bardic inspiration and vicious mockery and stuff's flavored, and it's consistent. So I don't have like a particular favorite one, but I think that's a really cool thing.
Yeah, good roleplay.
And also just Tower opening, solving the dragon situation with the power of dance. It was like the dance off to save the universe in Guardians of the Galaxy.
It wasn't a very good dance either, but he did it.
Yeah, he got the point. It didn't matter that it was.
It's very
it
much
was
like
left
middle of fighting the boss, Guardians of the Galaxy, just breakdancing.
Frantically dancing, like looking over his shoulder at what's coming.
Is this working? Is it
Yeah.
working?
That
Seth,
was my favorite bit. Yeah.
Seth, how about
I'm
you?
just glad.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Clayton.
I was just gonna say I'm just glad I picked the right starting position because I had a 50-50 chance.
Yeah. No, definitely good following on it. Top left down and around the lines eventually gets you the dance complete. Seth, how about you? Any favorite moment?
I liked was it 3 nat 20s on death saving throws?
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was great. And
Saved
then
us from
Claude's
making a
last
few new
moments
characters.
felt-
Claude's what?
Claude's last moments felt thematically good for him.
They were really good. It was really touching. Irina felt very, devastated by it. It was good. It was a touching moment.
Good thing she didn't see Roscoe pilfering through his pockets.
Yeah, that's why she was a bit upset about the fact that you're wearing his cloak, but the party seemed to accept it, so she went, all right, fine. David, how about you? Favorite moment, if any?
It had to been the spiral. Watching all the rolls and just like I just knew it was just like fated. It felt that way that the dice were gonna take him out, and watching it happen, it's cool. My first 5e death, outside of a one shot,
Hey.
of where I was going at it like all out, like but campaign
You
trying to
didn't want
live
to
for
die.
first death in 5e, so that was pretty cool. And on that note, if it's all right with you all, I'll probably not play Oburion. I'll probably take my time and build something now.
Yeah, if you would like to,
'cause
that's fine. He could always just, head to a town, do whatever in the background.
he can
I'd
be
love-
my backup,
Yeah.
right? For if this happens to this mysterious lost guy. But I'd rather build a. I'm probably going to choose a more traditional build for the character.
Cool. Whatever you want to do, I'm fine with introducing a new guy. And to that note, everybody make a backup, send me it, give me a backstory. It doesn't have to be super detailed, but as much as you want to put in. A lot of character death in this module, I can tell you that right now.
There's my number 2.
Clayton, any favorite moment?
Probably when we realized that discretion is the better part of valor as we started to get swarmed by the blights. Unfortunately, we weren't able to flee and get out of there, but just having the moment where we realized that we can't handle this, we need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I really want to give the party a level up. I really do. But you guys got to do something.
We tried, man.
We tried.
I know.
You almost killed Irina. Wouldn't that have done it?
It's like trying to get a job, and they're like, "You need this much experience." It's like, "Well, I can't get experience because you won't give me a fucking job."
Killing Irina, unfortunately.
No, you gotta do this. No, I can't do that without the level.
Killing Irina, unfortunately, doesn't. Missing wine shipment is now failed. As well.
That's so frustrating.
We will never get that wine shipment in, ever. Unless we somehow manage to rebuild the entire winery in 3 days.
We have 2 failed quests. No completed quest just yet. A half-completed quest of escorting Irina. Find a safe place for her. She mentions the village Kresk. Perhaps we try that at some point. But
Yeah,
we have also quite a bit of information on our items that will level us up over the table. So, choose wisely what you choose to do, but you could fight 1,000,000 blights. They won't level you up anyway. That is definitely a scenario that I will say a lot of groups have come close to or wiped on at higher levels after being well rested. It's a big fight.
Yeah.
So you guys did well. Half the group survived. I was worried it was going to be a full-on onslaught TPK, and it pretty much was, but glad we got some party still going. And great session, everybody. Enjoy your weeks, enjoy your weekends. I look forward to next Friday. Have a good night, everyone.
See ya.
Have a good week, everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure. Have a good week.
See ya. Bye.
Can't wait to see whatever you bring to the table, David.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Yeah, definitely take your time. I don't really have a lot of advice for making a new character after killing one.